Hello people of Earth, it's your pal the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming away with another Loki broadcast. Today is Thursday, and you know what that means. 3 more hours of incredible GWA action in Fire Pro Wrestling World. But first I'd like to say hello to everybody in chat or checking us out on VOD. No matter where or when you happen to be in this great big old world of ours, happy to have you with us, and hope the day finds you well. Alright, as per usual, I took the liberty of booking our first event already, so let's skeetily bop over to that. Oh yeah, I wanted to explain a little something. As you can see in our second contest, Bill Carr, the freelance heavyweight champion, is here. And if you see in our fourth contest, Andrew Everett, the freelance junior champion, is here. We're trying to take these belts because freelance doesn't exist anymore. It was essentially a hodgepodge of like independent talent that didn't really have an actual promotion to call their own. But since I needed to like fill out the wrestling universe in Fire Promoter mode, these freelance talents became a de facto promotion. So it's essentially like the independent wrestling champion. Bill Carr and the independent wrestling junior champion Andrew Everett are here, and we are going to pluck those titles from them, or at least we're going to keep inviting them back until we take those titles and use them to replace the NXT titles that we're trying to, if not give back to NXT, at least get out of the GWA so that they have a better chance of finding their way back to the promotion they belong to before we sink it. I had nothing to do with the destruction of the freelance promotion, by the way. I very much destroyed Stardom, but we're trying to atone for our wicked ways with the latter half of our business decisions here. To that end, we have brought in some more talent to challenge Penta El Cero M for the NXT title, so we can ship that one off. And then the new hierarchy is going to be GWA belts, Stardom belts, because we've had those forever, so those will be our essentially like our intercontinental. And then the the freelance championships are going to be our third tier belts. So think of them as like, I always thought of it as going like a world title and then the IC, and I always felt the US was below that, but I know they're like equivalency. So let's do like a world heavyweight US television. Let's say freelance is like our television title belt. And then we still have the GCW championship, currently held by Brock Lesnar. Not on this show because it's already packed with title matches. But there, the GCW is, we're still going to use that belt as our just opening match, title match. So the plan is to still have the GCW title defended all the time to like open our shows. So that's like our jobber belt. And the other like 3 tiers of belts, including our tag team belt and our 6-person stable championship belt, would be rotating in and out, because I got to tell you, we expanded our gym this past month, so we can now hold a total of 52 wrestlers. And to me, that means an A crew and a B crew. Nothing, I mean, let's say an A1 and an A2 crew then, since we don't have any sort of disparaging classifications like that. But we have so much talent. You can see we barely even managed to fill the 65,000 seater because we're charging a little bit more. Also another pro tip I just learned today, they wanted me to book Finn Balor versus Darby Allin in a match against each other, because it was like the hot one that the fans were excited for, you know, that prop they usually give you. But Darby Allin's neck is all sorts of beat up. So I learned in loading this, because as I said, there's a lot of guests here and I wanted to make sure they all showed up for work, so I kind of like just made sure they did so I could save it quick. In so doing, I found out that even if you put them on opposite ends of a tag team combination, the fans are satisfied, and this is the grudge match they've all been waiting for. So I believe attendance would have been lower without adhering to that. And as such, let's give the fans, got to give the people what they want. So let's get straight down to it. I'm assuming, since I booked this last week, I don't know who the tag team partners are, but I would imagine this is going to be some Demon Club versus Camp Firefly action with Darby Allin on one side and Finn Balor on the other. Let's see who they, from their stable, let's see who they managed to recruit. Let me get my big fat head out of the way for a smaller version of my big dumb face. All right. Oh yes, Burning Hammer, our new sponsor, and as always, the creature on feature, the head official here in the GWA, Mr. Bigfoot, Darby Allin, bringing out the heavy hitters with them on this side of the equation. As you see, Camp Firefly leader Bray Wyatt and Camp Firefly lackey Karrion Kross, the 2 heaviest hitters, so to speak, discounting Solo Darling, of course. Only that she's a junior talent. Oh, Finn Balor's had enough of Darby at the moment, and it looks like they countered power for power as Finn Balor is teaming here with Doc Gallows and Bronson Reed. Very interesting strategy on both sides here. Let me double check to see if either of these gentlemen has a championship they can be putting along the line against the other. And the answer is a resounding no. This is purely a grudge match, and for stable domination, let's call. Just to prove a point. Get in the head of the other crew. See now Doc Gallows and the all sizzle, very little stake to this point, Karrion Kross in the ring. Heck of a backdrop. That's literally all I can say about his matches. Got a real good, real solid, real safe, nicely guided, dangerous looking backdrop that actually looks pretty good. Nice Saito side with it. You roll with your opponent. Real nice. Yuji Nagata would be proud. But other than that, he's got a real fun entrance, and there are no entrances here in the GWA, so it doesn't do him any good. There's a lot of violence, though, as you see here on the floor where there are no countouts or disqualifications. Oh, Bray Wyatt eating a double powerbomb under the legs of the chair, right in the back of the head. And then dishing one out to Bronson Reed with the help of Karrion Kross. See, he's not the worst in the world, but he's more of a warm body than I was expecting. I wanted like some fire, some panache from this mysterious traveler. And if big brainbuster there to Karrion Kross as we talk about. Oh, an mandible claw in the middle of the ring to Doc Gallows. Turns out to be the legal combination of fighters. Who would have thunk it? But quickly Doc Gallows tagging out to Bronson Reed. Once you have that disgusting mitt down your throat, you don't want any more of Bray Wyatt, let me tell you. The move that won him and kept him as the GWA champion for about half a year here in this universe's timeline. I mean, it's the only version of the Bray mask you can kind of cobble together. Oh, nice capo kick there from Darby Allin. Hadn't seen that out of them before. Hey Dork, what's your little dragon icon next to your sword? What's that all about? Is that for you being a real swell Twitch user? Big sent on there from Bronson Reed again, we said. Oh, huge clothesline there. Power on both sides of this equation in spades. And it looks like the power of Bronson Reed currently winning out against Bray Wyatt. Rather than going for the pin, though, he tags out to Finn Balor, perhaps trying to make a statement for some leader-on-leader violence here in the ongoing stable wars. Nice sling blade there and a backhanded chop. Again, drops the Fiend. Oh, a GlitchCon badge. Congrats. 1916 from Bray Wyatt, from Finn Balor, but Bray Wyatt rolls through. I was confused and excited by the fact that he essentially no-sold Finn's finisher there. Well, that's cool. But you have the choice. This one's way cuter than the Twitch Prime one. Oh, half and half. Folds him over. Does Bray Wyatt. Wowzers. Oh, it may have just been from participating by streaming during the event or something like that. I mean, it's very much a participation ribbon, but it's a real cute one. Oh, back elbow combo from Finn. Demon Club looking great in this match up to this point. I would give him the edge over the Camp Firefly so far. Oh, bit of a miscalculation there. As Finn allows Bray Wyatt to tag out to Darby Allin, but it doesn't seem to matter as he eats a big TKO from Doc Gallows, who's fresh in the matchup as well. Oh, up top goes Darby. Coffin drop to Doc, but he missed. That's the danger of the no-look drop. Sometimes you don't quite hit it. Doc trying to fight his way back to his corner. Darby doing everything he can to keep him near those ropes. Perhaps hoping to hit a second coffin drop. Or launch a second coffin drop and hit one, let's say. Oh, out of the ring now. Smart strategy. Darby Allin looking to take this sacrificial bullet for his team. As you can see, a gallows pole to Karrion Kross as Bray Wyatt not bothering to help his stablemate on the floor. The point was to do a 2-on-1 attack to Doc Gallows, but so far Gallows has hit his finisher twice to Karrion Kross, who seems all but useless out there on his own. I guess Bray Wyatt trying to teach a lesson. Another gallows pull there. Karrion Kross had enough of it. All right, delivers a suplex. Not the biggest revenge scheme, but... Oh, Doc Gallows momentarily distracted by Darby Allin, who is no longer the victim in the match. Oh, we're getting back to Bray and Bronson. This was fun earlier. Got to kill the magic on the way out, though. Fiend in a whole lot of trouble, as we said. Demon Club looking the more dominant of the two teams to this point, at least in this matchup on this night. Bray Wyatt's got something to say about it, though. Winning that strike battle with a huge clothesline, but then he drags Bronson Reed closer to his own corner just to make the point of locking in the mandible claw for Finn Balor and Doc Gallows to see. He knew it would cost him, but he did it anyway. Such is the demented fiend, Bray Wyatt. Oh, and a throat thrust. Back into the mandible claw. Oh. Bronson Reed very lucky that he was close enough to his corner for a quick save. As we have seen, that submission maneuver can render people unable to compete in a matter of milliseconds. Usually an insta-tap to the mandible claw, especially after almost 20 minutes of action. You don't want to know how sweaty and disgusting Bray's hands are. Karrion Kross and Finn Balor now tagged into the matchup. Bray again looking to teach a lesson to Karrion as he's pitting him against the leader of the Demon Club. Constantly having to prove his mettle. As we have said to this point, hasn't been able to do so, as Finn Balor there, the smaller of the two competitors, winning that strike battle rather easily. Karrion Kross looking to make amends. Turn things back to the tide of Camp Firefly. But gets hit with a 1916 and critical, and the match is over. A bang! A good night and good luck to Karrion Kross, who just got dropped on his dome and knocked smooth out. All right. What a fun ongoing story this is in our league. How Karrion Kross is just a constant disappointment. I don't know why that only ends with a 77, because the build to there was pretty good, and then the sudden kablam ending, to me, I would have put that over an 80 for sure, but I guess it never really got out of that third gear, much like Karrion Kross himself can't really get out of that second gear. No wonder Triple H loves him. All right, our next match, as we previously mentioned, we are trying to cycle in the freelance titles and cycle out the NXT titles. More on that later, as we've got a lot of friends, or a couple friends in. I'm going to let slip that I am employing the help of one of my boys to try to take down Jack Howard tonight. But that is later. For now, we're going to get to the ring where Bill Carr, and I have to be honest, I'm not intimately familiar with the work of Bill Carr. I know he's the tag team partner of Dan Barry, who you may remember as training Noel in Holy Foley, for those of you at the WWE Network. Also just like an indie mainstay, mostly I guess in the Northeast. But Bill Carr, I know, is his tag team partner in Team Tremendous. And I thought a tremendous opponent for Bill Carr in defense of this freelance championship would be Walter. I also figured Walter would just mop the floor with him. So let's see how accurate that guess is. As always, Senior Official here. Senior Sasquatch. Let's see Bill Carr dressed to compete. Something out of the IRS collection. Shoot. Establishing himself early here against Walter. Getting in the majority of the slaps to this point. Look at that! Able to counter a front headlock attempt. I would expect nothing but world-class competition out of the freelance heavyweight champion of the universe. He fights for freedom! Oh gosh, I wish I could rename them the Freedom Championships. As you see Walter here, content to bring things to the floor right away. Oh, Bill Carr, savvy to that technique, rolls back into the ring right away. You do not want to get caught on the floor with Walter out there. No countouts, no disqualifications, and nothing to stop him from just walloping you. Walloping Walter, they call him. And by they, I just mean me just now. Walter getting the best of that strike exchange. For go behind, probably a German suplex. Nothing super fancy about the offensive vaulter, but that's not a knock on him, like it is on other competitors in our league, in that he throws everything he has into everything he does and has been quite successful as a result. You can look great and have a real fancy entrance, but if you don't really look like you're doing anything in the ring and don't really win many matches, I don't know how long you're going to last here in the GWA, and that goes out to all the talent out there. Now that we have, oh gosh, like 46 of you working here. Oh, a big powerbomb from Walter. This could do it. Oh, Bill Carr just able to sneak out a 2.9. Walter looking to pour it on and become the new freelance champion. This is a title that has not been defended since the collapse of the Freelance Federation some 2 years ago. I do like Freelance Federation. That's fun. I think in the chronology of the game, it would have been probably within the first year. Oh, a version of the gallows pole here by the Bill Carr. Let's call it the car wreck. Just dancing with what brung him. Big old American punch combo. Oh, and a choke slam. High angle, too. He really got Walter up there. Impressive out of Bill Carr. Into a sidewalk slam. Shades of the big boss man into the pin, too. Almost puts Walter down. Momentum seems to have swung in the side of the champion now. After almost being put down by a pit finisher from Walter. Now it looks like we're seeing the best out of Bill Carr. Big football tackle to the challenger. Into another cover. 1, 2. Walter out at 2. I noticed Bill Carr there neglecting to hook a leg. That could have made the difference. Off the ropes goes Walter. Another big scrap buster. 1, 2. Walter out again at 2. Oh, and a big headbutt. Trying to even things up with the champion now. Climb back into this is Walter. Trying to shift the offensive momentum into the Godzilla clutch. Drops to the ground. He's got him wrapped up. Bill Carr able to sneak out though. See, missed a big foot there. Oh! Canadian Destroyer from Bill Carr. We told you he was an independent wrestler. Of course he does that move. And it wasn't the finish, so you know he's an independent wrestler. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Off the ropes he's sent. Oh, and he bowls down Walter. Oh, a huge headbutt now. Taste of Walter's own medicine. Oh, Walter going for that go behind constantly in this match. I don't know what he has from back there other than the clutch. He's going for something repeatedly. Can't get it again. Another beautiful choke slam from Carr. Drags Walter away from the ropes. Into a cover. 1, 2, 3. Bill Carr beats Walter with a huge choke slam and remains freelance champion. We're going to be seeing more of Bill Carr in the GWA, that's for sure. Cool. What a way to announce yourself. I mean, obviously not the result we wanted, but a heck of a match. And a surprise pin there. Wowzers, I gotta make note of that. Yeah, the Freelance Heavyweight Championship still not yet obtained. I must collect it! Not yet collected. Wowzers, what a profile-raising win for both Bill Carr and the championship belt then. Coming out of nowhere. Seemingly not booked on a show for years, and then Bill Carr just shows up and whoops on Walter. Oh, speaking of showing up, we have some friends in. I told you there was a tons of friends in. We have some friends in. Okay, listen to this. We got Kumano in from Pro Wrestling Noah. That's Soma Takao as their tag team partner in from DDT. Opposing them, we have the Willie Mack, who, as you know, we sort of traded Cash Wheeler for the other month. And since we expanded the gym, we have more room, we have more talent. We hired Naomi. So let's get to the ring and check out this tag team combination. I am excited. We needed more female talent in the locker room. And I'm excited to help Kumano and Takao feel the glow. As you see Kumano starting us off here. A junior heavyweight competitor from Pro Wrestling Noah. in against the newly acquired Naomi with the best version of the afro I guess you can get in the game. Looks more like a Rod Stewart do, but it takes what you can get. I guess actually you can make custom parts now, so I would hope someone could make proper, you know, get that proper Naomi hair out there somewhere. I'll have to double check later. Love the outfit though. See Naomi sticking with the basics to this point. Nice Joshi slam. Neither of these combinations I don't think have teamed before. Neither of these combinations have faced their opponents before. Oh, let me get out of the way. So this should be an interesting one. There's going to be a definite prolonged feeling out period. I can already tell. You see Willie Mack there bracing Naomi against the ropes to sort of slow her down and help her to counter that move. Interesting ploy there off the Irish whip from Willie Mack and Naomi in tandem. And a beautiful tandem enziguri and front face enziguri. I don't know what you call that, since enziguri is literally Japanese for back brain kick. Oh, and a jumping suplex sends Kumano to the floor. Now we see Soma Takao in. Willie Mack cuts them off so Naomi can go to work on Kumano on the floor. Nice teamwork out of Naomi and Mack so far, but you can see Kumano getting Naomi locked in a very high bear hug there before rolling her back into the ring. And we are now reset back to Kumano and Willie Mack as your legal fighters. Quick tag out there to Soma Takao from the Dramatic Dream Team promotion, excuse me, DDT. Been around, like legit, been around since I think 98. As a something of a, oh, beautiful moonsault by Willie Mack, but too close to the ropes. Sasquatch didn't even have to come over to break up the pin as Soma Takao was fresh into the matchup and was able to kick out well before the one. As I see Naomi tag back into the matchup. As I was saying, DDT been around since 98. They're one of the stranger promotions in Japan, as their style is a blend of traditional Japanese wrestling and sort of parody / Japanese version of what they think American showman WWE style is. Not, I was going to say not to the level of Hustle, but if you're familiar with Hustle at all, it's sort of in that same vein where things can get very silly very quickly. They have a lot of very strange match stipulations. One of my favorites being the Rumble, wherein the only way to eliminate the competitor in the Rumble is written on the back of the competitor. So once you're in the ring, all of your opponents can see how to eliminate you, and you don't know what it is. And then you have to figure out how not to get eliminated, and your opponents have to figure out how either to trick you or to fulfill the conditions of your elimination as written in kanji on your back. That, I wish, would somehow translate to America, but I don't think there'd be any way they could pull that off in a few simple symbols on the back. Yeah, they run at least one a year. It's actually pretty cool, because the crowd gets to see it on the screen when they get announced as an entrant. So you see like the person coming out, entrant number, blah, 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 and then they see the condition of their exit. Some of the stipulations in the past, I'm sorry to get off on a DDT tangent in the middle of this ring, but we're promoting friends and family here as we're expanding our borders here in the GWA, and hang on, pin attempt, 2 count. Solid kick out there from Takao. We're expanding our borders and trying to open our doors to help out our friends and family internationally here. Anyway, some of the stipulations that have been are the traditional just throw them over the top rope. One has been, if this guy shakes your hand, he's eliminated. There was been one where you have to kiss your opponent to eliminate them. There's been a bunch of fun, silly ones where you have to like pull down their shorts, or like they can be eliminated by 1 count. So like every time they get rolled up, they would have to kick out right away or they were done. A lot of fun stuff. Oh, nice sweep of the leg there from Kumano. The more serious of the two halves of these international competitors on the side against your homegrown GWA talent. Certainly not feeling the glow is Kumano. Nice! Calgarian style backdrop there. Let's call it a stampede suplex. Or a stampede backdrop. Anything related to he shall not be named. Redacted. Let's just call it the stampede such and such. Nice bulldog there from Naomi. Now taking Willie Mack back in. And we've seen some good chemistry off of that side of the equation there. Frequent tags in and out. As you see Kumano now taking Takao in to be fresh as they have hunkered down to the Willie Mack Soma Takao matchup. Oh, backslide here. Just a 1 count. Oh, Willie follows it up with a nice exploder. Oh, but Takao shakes it off. Tries to slow things down with a Boston Crab. Naomi knows Willie Mack isn't going to be in that for very long. Very powerful leg, says Willie Mack. Another stoutly built gentleman. Nothing wrong with that, just a descriptor. Kumano back in once again. Methodical pace set by Kumano in from Noah. I would use his first name, but to be quite honest, I've forgotten what it is. As you see a big pile driver there from Willie Mack. Wrong part of town, though. Takao is easily able to come in and break up that pin attempt. Kumano fighting for all he's worth. Putting it back to his corner so he can tag in Takao after suffering that vicious pile driver. Trying to occupy Willie Mack. Oh, wow! Saito suplex out of Mack. Easily able to evade Soma Takao. And tag Naomi back into the matchup. He's now going blow for blow. Pardon my phrasing. Oh, another backslide attempt. Way too close to the ropes. Willie Mack also able to come in since there was a pin attempt. Now running interference for Naomi. So she can hit another bulldog. Nicely done. Both competitors needing to catch a little bit of the break there. Off the rope she goes. Oh, rear view! Into the cover. 1, 2. No! Almost puts him down with the rear view is Naomi. God, I love the custom moves in this game. Oh! The Feel the Glow kick combo into a drop kick out of Naomi there. That was dope. Oh no! Scooped up into an air raid crash. Back in comes Kumano, but Naomi's still feeling it. Still fighting away. Oh, nice counter there out of Naomi. Kumano's up first. Looking for the right angle to get the advantage. Unfortunately, not familiar with the GWA rings. Tripped and fell into the turnbuckle. That's just the AI being silly and trying to run off the ropes and then towards you, but being too close to the turnbuckle and falling over. Willie Mack trying to keep Kumano in his team's corner. Go behind. Oh, nice reverse DDT. Kumano up first, though. Amazing resilience. And the man from Pro Wrestling Noah. Oh, tried to do a little bit of teamwork there with Soma Takao, but a bit of miscommunication didn't quite work the way they had wanted, I don't think. So you see Kumano then just bouncing off of Willie Mack. Back and forth they go. Another beautiful Saito suplex out of Willie Mack sends Kumano racing to his corner, tagging in Takao. And then Naomi tagged right back in. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this. Willie Mack was riding a pretty good wave of offensive momentum there. I guess he didn't think he could continue it against the other competitor. And Naomi is freshly back into the matchup. Not a lot of time to rest here. We're past 20 minutes. And this scintillating tag match. Oh, complete shot there. Off the ropes. Huge jumping elbow to the face. Off the ropes he's sent. Oh, responds with a diving clothesline is Naomi. Into sort of a reverse crossface. Dope. Get him. Oh, tried it again. Saw Kumano in to make the break. Oh, scooped up to the air raid crash once more. Into the cover. 1, 2. Naomi just out. Was on the proper side of the burning hammer sign. Making sure that it'd be very difficult for Willie Mack to break up the pin, and it was. Naomi having to get out on her own, and she did just in the nick of time. Takao tagging out to Kumano. I think they've got Naomi hurt and they're looking to put her away. Trying to keep the offense going. Naomi fighting her way back here. Oh, nice enziguri from Naomi. Winning that strike exchange, able to tag out to Willie Mack. Oh! Another enziguri combo. Willie Mack off the ropes with a big leg drop to the back of the head. Get shoulder tackle to the mat, though. And then another stampede backdrop. Suplex out of Kumano. Scooped up into that pile driver variation. 1, 2. That over-the-shoulder pile driver, employed by a handful of GWA talent. Shane Taylor calls it the tailor-made. Oh, the stunner! The stunner into the cover. 1, 2. Takao just able to tag up and get in there for the save. Things really ramping up as we pass 25 minutes now. I don't know if we're going to make it to 30. You see the nice stunner out of Willie Mack. Kumano responding with that Stampede backdrop once again. Nice clothesline there. Allows them the time to tag out. Get the fresh competitor in for their side. Oh! I don't know what Willie Mack had in mind there, but it was thwarted by Takao, who dives off the top of the leg drop to the back of the head. Lemmahi straw cradle. But Naomi quickly over there to break it out before a 2. That might have done it for the team of Takao and Kumano if they'd been in the western corner of the ring and not the southern. As you can see, Takao now sent out to the floor. Naomi catching on that signal immediately. Going to work on the outside. Meanwhile, Willie Mack trying to fend off Kumano in the ring. Nothing the referee can do until we get back to the legal competitors, as Willie Mack just hit that pile driver again and Kumano popped right back up. As you see that beautiful kick combination out of Naomi again. Oh, and then eats a super kick. This thing's getting wild. Got to get Takao back into the ring before this settles down. PK to Naomi on the floor. And a second kick to the face. Naomi shaking it off, though. Back into the ring she rolls. That doesn't actually change anything. Oh, Kumano. You saw him clutching his neck there after eating that enziguri. He's suffered more than his fair share of pile drivers in this matchup. Willie Mack going super kick for super kick with Summit Takao. Tags out to Naomi. Don't do it, Takao. Oh, he doesn't know how hurt Kumano is. Kumano in there now with Naomi. Gets rolled up. Oh, no, reversed. Into the straps. What a move. Yeah. I forget what she calls that. I'm going to find out in a sec because he tapped out to it, but that's her signature submission move. And just like that, Naomi earning the victory for her team. What a debut. As Kumano forced to feel the glow. That's literally what it's called. Feel the glow. Love it. What a contest. All right, we started with a bit of a wet fart. But we've gone, I mean, not to me. I feel like criticaling Karrion Kross is a great way to start your show, but the crowd disagreed. All right, now here's our second attempt at getting a freelance title on this show. I got to make note that we have to bring back Bill Carr if they're willing to come back next month. As Andrew Everett, the freelance junior champion, is here to face our very own Tony Storm, representing the Demon Club. All right, let me save it again, even though I just did. Oh, look at that average card rating already to 91. Thanks to those twin 99 percenters. Thanks, Gretzky. All right, down to the ring. Let's see if we can bring some gold home. I mean, wouldn't hurt. Wouldn't hurt. As always, oh, the creature on feature. The senior official here when you stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle is Mr. Bigfoot. As I adjust my monitoring earpieces, digging into my ear something fierce today. There we go. Tony Storm nicely taking the champion to the outside. Don't know much about Andrew Everett. Seen them on, I had seen them on Impact briefly. I feel like they were associated with NXT UK for, I don't know if maybe UK or the NXT brand, or weren't they in WWE for a spell and just sort of flashed out? I can't imagine they would have been picked up by now. Using that, I believe, a 630 senton as their finishing move, does Andrew Everett, so look for them to scale to the top rope. Tony Storm, of course, using that Tiger Driver variation. The Strong Zero on the Indies, the Storm Zero in NXT. Here it's the Strong Zero, I believe. Snap suplex there from the challenger, coming off a recent run of success in tags with Pento El Zero M, who we're going to see in defense of their NXT title later tonight. And that should be a real barn burner, as we've brought in some more international talent to help us liberate the NXT championships from our promotion and at least send them back out there into the wrestling world. Likewise, the Freelance Junior Championship, currently held by Andrew Everett, is, in my opinion, ours for the taking, since that promotion no longer exists, and so that's why you're seeing your first and perhaps last taste of Andrew Everett on this card, depending on how Toni Storm does in this matchup. It will continue to invite, entice, and eventually defeat these freelance champions as we cycle out the MLW and NXT titles to promotions that still exist in support of those titles that are for promotions that still exist. So I'm not going to feel so bad having the Stardom and freelance belts, because neither of those things exist anymore in this world. And the Smash champions just won't agree to work with us for whatever reason. Oh, nice roll up here from Everett. Tried to catch Toni Storm unawares there, but sticking with their game plan as the challenger. Able to kick out. Might be too early for an attempt at a strong zero, but she tried anyway. Interestingly, getting a 2 count off of that just after the counter there. Storm maybe winding herself at this point. Nice! Asai moonsault out of the corner. Oh, then spiked with a Frankensteiner on the crown of the head. Oh, I thought he might be going for a cover there. Just a transition move for Andrew Everett. Just another day in the life. Back and forth they go. Jogging position in that corner. Nice kudo driver from Toni Storm. Oh, and a nice headbutt there, following up the damage to the head and neck area of Andrew Everett. Toni Storm looking to pour it on here and bring the Freelance Junior Championship to the GWA. Kiss it, says Toni Storm. Thinks she's got it in the bag. I have to wonder if the creator of this edit, The Avenger 3, was just a fan of certain aspects of Toni Storm and gave her that... Oh, reverse STF here! Gave her that taunt accordingly, or is it something she actually does in matches, knowing that she is rather, let's say, bottom-heavy as Toni Storm. Very secure foundation as Toni Storm. Let's phrase it that way, shall we? Oh, there it is! The 630 senton, beautifully done off the top. 1, 2! Toni Storm out at 2. Survives the finish of Andrew Everett to fight on, but for how long? As the champion pours it on with another head scissor takeover. Toni Storm brushing him off with a super kick. Not quite applied how she'd like. You saw it was more of a hook kick to the side of the head. Quite catch Everett how she wanted, as you see him able to maintain his momentum momentarily. Storm trying to get back into this thing. It's arm whipped into the ropes and kind of falls on top of Everett at the same time. Bit of an awkward move there out of the champion. Oh, gets his back cracked. But still able to maintain. Yeah. Still firmly in control as champion. Oh, nice. Almost folded him in half with that suplex to Toni Storm. Looking to build a little something and chip away. Oh, does the deal. Falcon Arrow. 2. Toni Storm just out at 2.9. Andrew Everett looking for the 3-point yaw. Bulldog to the center of the ring. Can't get help from the ropes, can Toni Storm in this predicament? Oh, just fires Everett across the corner. Now she hits the strong zero. 1, 2, 3, got him! The Yakuza kick in the corner. Let's call it a hell of a kick. And then the strong zero. And we have a new freelance junior champion. Toni Storm. Bringing the belt to the GWA. Wowzers. 96% for a relatively short match. Hot diggity. Okay, so let me erase the fact that we need to bring in the Freedom Junior champion anymore, because we got it. Got it! Nicely done, Toni. Let me just pencil you in here. Toni Storm. Junior. And we're going to put you on the second show since you are part of that. Lovely! And some gold to the Demon Club. A new champion has been crowned. Thanks for coming out, Andrew Everett. We hardly knew ye. We'll see Bill Carr next month. Not quite sure if we need to have Andrew Everett back. Ah, yes. And now, in one of our title matches that was set up last week / last month in terms of show chronology, that tag match that saw Castle team with Kota Ibushi to face Black and Will Ospreay. The first half of that spinning off into this Stardom Heavyweight Championship match where Aleister Black, coming off that fresh defense against Luchasaurus, where, quite frankly, he embarrassed Luchasaurus, is now set to defend against Dalton Castle, themselves a former Ring of Honor champion in the really real world. Not so in this universe, but certainly of a quality to be a champion. Let's see if they can cut the mustard against Aleister Black. As I mix my metaphors on my way into this one. As always, senior official, Mr. Bigfoot in charge of this one. Aleister Black in their snazzy silver gear seem to only bring it out for their title matches. Already seen one belt change hands so far on this card. A new title being brought to the GWA, which is kind of funny because we lost the NXT Junior title last month, and now we are in possession of the Freelance Junior Championship, so half of the belt switching has occurred. We just need to see what transpires later, as Penta El Zero M will be defending the NXT Championship against another piece of international talent. I will give you a hint, or not a hint, but I'll give you a piece of information about them. They are from New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's not where they've always wrestled, but they currently wrestle for New Japan Pro Wrestling. First cover of the matchup, just sees a 1 count. Dalton Castle break down the challenger. Likewise, Aleister Black with that black mask trying to break down Dalton Castle, but Dalton able to fight it off immediately, fairly early in the matchup to be hit with that black mask, so perhaps more of a message sent by Aleister than anything else. But Dalton Castle again able to fight off the first of what might be many instances of that spinning kick to the mush. I don't know if going strike for strike with Aleister Black is necessarily the smartest thing to do, but that has been Dalton Castle's strategy to this point. You see him now slowly getting beaten down in the corner. Results in a 1 count. Now it's Dalton's turn to do a little work. Back and forth they are going. Strike for strikes, seemingly. Nice suplex there. As Dalton Castle starts to vary his offense. Oh, Aleister Black, though, going to stick with those kicks. He's a kick sticker. Oh, and a scoop brainbuster, though. Shades of Genichiro Tenryu in their early aughts run with the All Japan Triple Crown. That scoop brainbuster they used. Dalton Castle with another solid suplex, but Black up first. These two content to sort of wail on one another in the opening minutes. Nice exploder out of Castle, but Aleister Black able to roll through, absorb some of that damage, and apply a Dragon Sleeper.
Give up.
Castle undaunted, trying to stay on Black, the reigning and defending Stardom champion. Up to the top goes Black now. Don't see this much out of him, but a beautiful double stomp to the chest. Dalton Castle following up with those rolling elbows. Off the top he goes again. Oh, he's going to wait for Castle to stand. Oh, Meteora riding Castle down to the mat. Knees around the neck, and then a scoop brainbuster. Aleister Black rocking and rolling here. Castle somehow thinks he's got him in the bag. Pump handle slam. But Black able to absorb that damage. and get back to striking and striking hard. Oh, drop kick straight to the face, but Castle pops immediately back up. Oh, black mass to the back of the head. 1, 2. No, Castle kicks out. I thought that may have done it. It's our second black mass of the matchup. Aleister Black now content to lay in those elbows. Oh, nice gut run suplex there from Castle, out of desperation, doing anything they can to fight their way back into this one. Another pump handle slam. And then wasting time posing for the crowd is Dalton Castle. Off the ropes he sent, missing wildly with that clothesline, but hitting with that nice Exploder 98. Oh, lung blower. Castle's got a few things going now. Got a combination of moves rolling. Black doing everything they can to cut them off, says this is it. Castle counters. Hits that suplex and both men are down. Dalton's up first. Able to maneuver Aleister Black into his corner. Suplexes him back toward the center of the ring. Off the ropes he sends him this time. Oh, poorly timed, and we have ourselves a double down. Champion and challenger both down, both up at the same time, both sucking wind. Can't do anything about it at the moment, though, as they're going strike for strike. Dalton Castle getting the better of that with a huge clothesline. Trying to pour it on now that they have Aleister Black wounded. Off the ropes they come. Dive through the ropes with a big shoulder tackle to the champ. Remember, there are no countouts or disqualifications on the floor in the GWA. This is going to last until both competitors return to the ring of their own volition. A huge black mass on the floor to Dalton Castle. Drop kick to the face. Aleister Black going for knockout shot after knockout shot. Oh. Like a heel hook enziguri there. Oh, but Dalton counters with another exploder. Rolls back into the ring smartly. Back to the center of the ring. Both competitors trying to catch their breath a little bit. Can only win it in the confines of the GWA ring. And here they are once again. Right in the center. Dalton look for that knockout shot. Thought it was that clothesline, but Black pops up. Another snap brainbuster from Aleister Black. Setting Dalton up. Another kick combo. Nice. Heel hook enziguri. Any one of these shots you think would knock you out. Pump handle slam from Dalton Castle. It's the third one of the matchup. Seems to really enjoy it. Go behind. Oh, counter there. Nice exploder out of Dalton into the ropes. Too close though. Mr. Bigfoot's got to break the pin. Hook kick from Aleister Black. Getting Dalton back to his feet. Release German. Rolling elbow combo. A second one. Dalton counters with an exploder. Shades of Misawa versus Akiyama. Spends a little too much time looking to the crowd for approval, I think, does Dalton Castle. That could cost him in the long run, as he sends Aleister Black to the floor just so he can catch his breath. Challenger meeting champion. Able to dragon screw leg whip them around. Dalton to the top now. Diving headbutt. Pulls Aleister away from the ropes. Oh, more kicks. Vicious kicks from Aleister Black. Oh, kitchen sink knee lift. Back to work on the arms goes Dalton. I don't know exactly what that is meant to wear him down. He kicks a lot. Dalton, he kicks a lot. 20 minutes gone, and now a diving headbutt to the back of the head from Dalton Castle. Scoop brainbuster again. Dalton can't quite decide what he wants to use to finish Aleister Black off. Meanwhile, Black is content to keep dropping Dalton Castle on their dome and just kick at them. Kick at every part of Dalton Castle's body. Boom, another brainbuster. Protect your neck when fighting Aleister Black is all I can say. Again, Dalton Castle looking to the crowd for something that he's not finding within himself. And Aleister Black may take advantage of that. Oh! But again, Castle winning that strike exchange with that huge clothesline. Both men up at the same time. Castle with another exploder into the corner. Counters the brainbuster that time. He'll only fall for that 5 times, not the 6th. As you see Aleister fighting back with those strike combos, trying to knock Dalton Castle out. Oh, falls for the 6th, but not the 7th. As we approach 25 minutes, Dalton up again. Now a trifecta of diving headbutts over the course of this matchup. And still not going for the cover is Dalton Castle. Oh, Black Mass to the back of the head! Drags him away from the ropes and rolls him over. This should do it. 1, 2, 3. Aleister Black with a successful defense of the Stardom Heavyweight Championship. A game Dalton Castle couldn't quite decide how they wanted to try to put Aleister Black away. Aleister Black eventually made them pay for it with that Black Mass, the back of the head, in defense of their Stardom Championship. The second most prestigious heavyweight championship here in the GWA, now that the NXT belt as well, once the NXT belt goes away. Oh, what do we got here? Hey, a tag team match. I also had to fill out the card a bit. Oh yes, next month sees Johnny Gargano, our GWA Junior Champion, defending their title against Tyler Bate of the Industry. And so in preparation of that, Gargano has called upon a couple of Dragon Dojo teammates to aid them against Tyler Bate and a couple of industry chums. So let's get to the ring and see who they have on their respective sides. Boo. There we go. Oh, as you see, Matt Robinson and Thomas Walker on the side of Tyler Bate. Excellent. And Daichi Hashimoto and Daniel Bryan on the side of Johnny Gargano, representing Dragon Dojo, the leader, Daniel Bryan. As you see on the apron there, and Daichi Hashimoto, son of legendary New Japan wrestler Shinya Hashimoto, rounding out the squad on Johnny Gargano's side. Matt Robinson, Thomas Walker, don't need any introduction. They've been here since the jump of the GWA. Half of the 4 completely fabricated fictional wrestlers on the roster of the GWA. Everyone else has a real-life counterpart. As you see, Daichi now tagged into the ring. Daichi and Tyler are legal, but since we're so early on this matchup, I don't know if either team is necessarily risking. Oh, there we go. Once Daichi's able to suplex Tyler, now you saw his corner mates there, stablemates and partners in this one, getting involved as Daniel Bryan quick to lock on the yes lock to Tyler Bate. All 6 individuals getting involved now. There are no countouts or disqualifications. Let me get out of the way again in the GWA. Oh, as you see a jumping suplex. Thomas Walker might just be choking Johnny Gargano there. They're breaking down in a hurry, and there is no way for Mr. Bigfoot to make hide nor hair of this until the 2 legal combatants are in the ring, which I believe is Tyler Bate and Daichi Hashimoto. This should end hostilities on the floor. There we go. Back to the action in the ring. You see Daniel Bryan, the last competitor to get back to their feet after that melee. And the first to get tagged into the matchup. On the other side of things, in comes Matt Robinson. Has worked their way up the ranks in the GWA. Former 5-star jobber to the stars. Has unparalleled power and athleticism at times. They just lack focus in certain areas. You see that nice sit-out dominator. Sort of the 1 win away story. They are 1 win away from really being something here in the GWA, is Matt Robinson. They just need like maybe a title shot where they get a good championship run out of it and get to contend for better belts. Just something. But a consummate professional and a fantastic performer inside of that ring. regardless of their association with the industry. As we once again see Daichi Hashimoto tagged into the matchup. Daichi was in possession of the, I want to say, the NWA championship that we had to get rid of. Had to get rid of, that we happily helped someone else take. Homicide, I think, beat them for it. Oh, this is Daichi now sent across the ropes. Interesting strategy there out of the industry. Actually helped out Daichi in making that tag. It's now Dragon Dojo leader Daniel Bryan against Thomas Walker, the most notorious member of the industry for their proclivity for using a dang fork in their matches. I don't know how they keep sneaking it in here. As you see a nice black hole slam, complete shot combo out of Thomas Walker. They're quite the athlete and competitor. I don't understand why they need to resort to such dirty tactics in their matches, but such is their want. As you see that Northern Lights countered by Daichi Hashimoto. Also dodging that kick, able to land some elbows. Off the ropes with a kick to the midsection. Just a soccer punt to the ribs. And then a buzzsaw kick to the side of the head. Two! Almost dimmed the lights on Matt Robinson, but he's able to kick out at two. He saw his stablemates there, making sure no permanent damage was done, nor was the match lost. As Johnny Gargano is fresh into the matchup. And look for Matt Robinson to be making a tag soon. Perhaps at the conclusion of this scissor sleeper they had applied. That is now broken up. Well, Matt Robinson fighting on here. Oh, nice leg lariat to Johnny Gargano. Matt Robinson obviously having a size and weight advantage over actually all three members of the Dragon Dojo team. Not total, of course, but individually. Nice assisted powerbomb there from Thomas Walker and Matt Robinson. Longtime teammates in the industry, former tag team champions. As you see the presence of mind of Thomas Walker, missed that elbow, but able to counter the immediate attempt to take advantage by Daichi. Into that black hole slam. Black hole slam. I didn't know what to follow up rhyming slam right away. Boom! Walker following up with that rolling elbow though, winning that strike exchange. Unable to successfully execute that roll up. Hashimoto able to sneak free. Get Daniel Bryan back into the matchup. Haven't seen Johnny Gargano in a little bit. Here he comes in defense of this kick. Almost got it done, but Tyler Bate able to sneak by after that running knee strike that has won Daniel Bryan WrestleMania main events. Nothing doing in this tag match to this point as we are approaching 15 minutes. Oh, and a nice deadlift German there from Tyler Bate. Doesn't hold with the bridge. All Impact. Trying to follow up with a suplex, but Daniel Bryan savvied. This would be an excellent one-on-one competition. In fact, these two used to be training partners for a time before the days of the Dragon Dojo. A very, very early tag team combination here in the GWA. In fact, our first two real-life hires were both Daniel Bryan and Tyler Bate. So a lot of history between these two. Very much on opposite ends of the stable wars here in the GWA. You see Daniel Bryan being worked over by that former championship combination of Robinson and Walker. Trying to get the S-lock locked in on Walker. Robinson there to break it up immediately. Meanwhile in the ring, Gargano and Hashimoto going to work on Tyler Bate. This is to the benefit of Gargano for sure, because he meets Tyler Bate for his GWA championship, and by his I mean Gargano's championship, next month. So Dragon Dojo certainly softening up the challenger here. Daniel Bryan. Oh, it's a complete shot on the floor. Seems to be a lot of unfinished business between Daniel Bryan and Thomas Walker for whatever reason. And we are getting back down to Tyler Bate and Daniel Bryan as your two legal competitors. Tyler driver there, but too close to the ropes. Leads to a demolition beatdown. Oh, but Tyler rolls the rope. Got him! Dragon Dojo had to tag up. And in so doing, they did not have enough time to get back across the ring. A beautiful wrestling move out of Tyler Bate, rolling up the leader of Dragon Dojo and his former tag team partner, Daniel Bryan. Very interesting end to that one. Even after they attempted to wear Tyler Bate down, superior wrestling knowledge wins the day. Let's see what happens next month then when Tyler Bate faces Johnny Gargano for the GWA Championship. Ooh, excite. All right. No sense in waiting any longer. I've been teasing it all show. I told you we brought in some international talent to face Penta El Zero M for the NXT title. Penta v Kenta. Let's get to the ring. Raise your hand if you would like to see this in real life. Okay, all I see are a bunch of hands. Kenta, of course, a member of the Bullet Club in New Japan. I believe the New Japan the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion currently in this wrestling universe. Here to see if they can wrestle the NXT Championship, a belt they were never able to hold in their tenure in North America, from Penta El Zero M and bring it back to Japan. What a coup it would be for Kenta after their failed run in the E. Meanwhile, Penta, a very proud member of the Demon Club, a proud champion as you see them decked out all in gold for this title defense. Certainly not going to let go of the NXT Championship without a serious fight. Our first cover of the matchup sees a 1 count. Champion covering challenger. And do it again. Super kick to pin. As we mentioned in the past, Penta is one of those wrestlers, as a few other are in the Demon Club, that are here for a good time and not a long time. Typically like to finish their matches around the 12 to 15 minute mark. Whether they win or lose, that tends to be the case. Let's see if Kenta can push through that threshold, or happen to be on the winning end of that time allotment. Depending on how this thing shakes out, you are always pretty much only one go to sleep away from having your lights dimmed, much like the package pile driver from Penta, dead center in the middle of the ring. 2 counts, says referee Mr. Bigfoot. Kenta in a bit of trouble here as we approach 5 minutes, as I told you. Penta here for a good time, not a long time. Likes to dish out the high impact offense early and often. Penta looking for that Penta driver. In addition to more applications of that package pile driver that we saw already. Kenta, of course, looking for the go to sleep. Nice bow and arrow submission here out of Penta. Nowhere for Kenta to go. He's got to break this hold. Smartly maneuvering Penta El Zero M back to the center of the ring. Oh, but gut check time for Kenta, who has not really gotten out of the blocks to this point. Oh, Penta again cutting Kenta off before he's able to mount any significant offense. It has been all champion for the first 6.5 minutes of this contest. Kenta now with a suplex. Trying to climb that mountain, at least back to even footing with champion Penta. Oh, nice stiff kick to the back. In the corner he sends El Zero M. Oh my goodness gracious me! Fisherman brainbuster out of Kenta. And then a Falcon Arrow! Too close to the ropes that time though. He saw Penta just able to get that 1 foot on the middle rope. Forced to break the pin attempt. Waiting for Penta to stand. A Meteora riding Penta El Zero M to the mat. This could be Kenta's opportunity. 1, 2. Just a 2 count for Kenta there. Penta rocking and reeling now. Trying to reestablish himself and put Kenta away. Sling blade. Gut check. Rolls him over off the ropes. Sliding drop kick to the side of the head. Now a huge powerbomb from champion Penta El Zero M. Oh. Kick to the face from Kenta in response. Dragon screw leg whip. Trying to take the base away from Penta. 10 minutes just passed. This is essentially overtime for Penta. Look for them to hit their knockout shot, much like Kenta is hoping for there. Another combination ending with a Meteora. Back up top he goes. Oh, didn't have time to do whatever he was looking for. Penta can't get that powerbomb off. After that Fisherman Buster Meteor combo. Leg grab backdrop from Kenta. As we said, we're looking to hit that go to sleep. Oh, wheelbarrow bulldog from Penta. Trying to get back into this thing. Slugging it out now. Super kick from Penta. Kenta not relinquishing his stranglehold on the offensive tempo of this matchup. Oh, this could do it though. Package power driver, 12 and a half minutes in. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Kenta unable to burst through that 12 to 15 minute mark like we said. And just like that, Penta L0M hanging on to the NXT Championship. That means we got to bring somebody else in to challenge for it. No problem there. Let me just make some notes. Okay, Kenta unable to get the job done. Let me just erase their name. We'll try again next month. Don't worry about it. People at large? I mean, I'm not worried. Let's just save that. Ah, yes. Up next, we have the GWA Tag Team straps on the line. Champions Naomichi Marufuji and Samoa Joe are putting their belts on the line against a new team of Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne. That's right, you can always fail upwards in the GWA, but Marufuji and Joe seemingly have an open contract on these Tag Team Championships, and Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne, in a usual combination, have stepped up to the plate to challenge. So let's get down to the ring and see how this championship matchup shakes out. We have 2 more championship matchups to go after this, by the way. A lot of belts in the GWA. A lot of belts. You'd think we owned a pants store. As you see Luchasaurus starting out here with Naomichi Marufuji. Marufuji sporting the colors of our main sponsor, Burning Hammer, and we thank them for it. What a trooper. That's Burning Hammer energy drinks. If you need energy, slam a Burning Hammer. Oh, nice athleticism in that counter out of Luchasaurus with that leaping moonsault out of the corner. No count from senior official Mr. Bigfoot as I struggle to get this sip of water in whilst doing live commentary. Now Samoa Joe, who you thought would start with the matchup against Luchasaurus, matching power for power, finally in there against the 65 million-year-old dinosaur. Let's see if Joe can get on the floor and walk it. Slow and steady is Samoa Joe, setting that methodical pace as per usual. Luchasaurus able to sneak out of that combination, but Samoa Joe was still dedicated to running those ropes. As you see Pete Dunne for the first time in the matchup here, now matched with Samoa Joe. I feel like the only thing binding Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne together are the colors black and green, but perhaps the gold on Luchasaurus' tights is indicative of their fortunes in this one. Likewise, black and red for Joe and Marufuji with the gold. Yes, Ogie Oglethorpe. This is all indeed computer versus computer, where I get to book the matches and comment on them. It's fire promoter mode, so I'm actually just running the promotion. Just think of me as Vince, except hopefully not nearly as creepy. Marufuji now attempting a suplex on Dunne. Dunne able to counter easily. As we said, a bit of an odd couple here in tag team contention. Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne. Oh, snapping the fingers of Marufuji. Gee whiz, I hope he doesn't recover in seconds. Honestly, his fingers must be very, very broken, right? He snapped them and everything. Luchasaurus, of course, coming off that series of unfortunate and severe injuries to the neck, as you see an enziguri there from Naomichi Marufuji. Really looking to reestablish their career here in the GWA. Got off to a heck of a rocky start. Their first match back, they challenged the person that injured them in the first place, Aleister Black, for the Stardom Championship. And if you're asking about the game itself, you can book up to 8 people. So you can have 8 actual people. You don't need a controller. You can bind this to the keyboard. But I would recommend playing with one. It's a little easier. But no, you can actually use the keyboard for this. But no, you can put up to 8 people on the screen. You can have up to 8 actual players. I don't know if you can all share a keyboard with all that binding. But it doesn't necessarily have to be CPU versus CPU. I thought you were just asking based on this mode. This particular mode is Fire Promoter mode, which is running a promotion. But there's also the base game comes with just running matches, cage matches, death matches, tournaments, G1 Climax style round robin tournaments. All that stuff sort of just built in. And then the more you actually want to do with the game, there's a lot of DLC packs, Fire Promoter being one of them. Official New Japan Pro Wrestling edits being others, official Stardom Joshi edits being others. And of course the Steam Workshop, the community, has produced, I would think, in excess of 50,000 workshop items that now include customized edit parts and moves, since there's a free move creator for this game. And so with all of these created wrestlers and created moves and created bits, you can make fairly accurate representations of literally anyone in the actual wrestling landscape. And indeed, if you look at the workshop, anyone over pop culture. As we see a huge burning hammer by Luchasaurus to Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe immediately shakes it off. What does it say about Luchasaurus that even his most devastating move, the burning hammer, seemingly no longer has any effect on his opponents? Anywho, across the workshop, not only are there real-life wrestlers to be downloaded, but like video game characters, comic book characters, celebrities, just famous roles throughout pop culture, characters from other wrestling video games. Like, the stuff that's out there is just really great that people have come up with. So you can essentially run fight leagues, because there's also sort of a UFC-style MMA version of the matches you can run in the base game. You could essentially run like an underground fight league featuring pretty much anybody you could ever think of. So I highly recommend this one. Oh my goodness me! Luchasaurus with a chokeslam critically near Fuji. We've got new tag champs! What a way to reestablish yourself! Like we said, Luchasaurus has been looking to do, other than knocking out a champion and claiming their title. Oh, the second KO of the show. This one working in the favor of Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne, our new GWA Tag Team Champions. Well, that's exciting. Let me bust out my clipboard and write that down. Okay. Oh no, I'm erasing too much. That's what happens when you write small and erasers are big. Okay, Johnny Gargano is still our junior champ, so we need to rewrite their name in. But we have new tag team champions. Goodness gracious me. Luchasaurus, I'm going to put them as L-Saurus. Saurus. And P. Dunne. P. Dunne are your tag team champs. Hot diggity, that's exciting. Just making sure all these other, yeah, that all matches up. A lot of good belt change. All right, that frees up some mojo for some singles titles, or at least to attempt at them. Speaking of singles championships, our longest tenured champion here in the GWA unfortunately doesn't hold GWA gold. Jack Howard, the Hollywood hunk, the leader of the industry, one of only four purely fictional wrestlers in the league, as everyone else on our roster and everyone else in the universe has a real-life counterpart, has been the Major League Wrestling heavyweight champion for about a year and a half now. And we have spent much of the last 6 months or more trying to get the belt off of them and just out of our promotion so they can eventually find its way back to MLW, so that MLW can, have their champion back and, continue to exist. All those nice things that we want. Much like we tried to get Kenta here to help take the NXT title back to, not NXT, but at least out of our league. So far, we are 0 for 1 in those attempts. Let me resave real quick. As we said, Jack Howard has been thwarting our attempts over and over again for more than 6 months now. So we're starting to bring in... At first, we let them go through... Well, not let them, but first we pitted them against the entire MLW roster. They beat them all. Now we're opening it up to anybody in the wrestling landscape, and we are friends with Impact Wrestling, and they have graciously agreed to allow Rhino, their Impact champion, one half of their Impact tag champions, and 1/3 of their Impact 6-person champions, to come to the GWA in an effort to stop the runaway championship train that is the Hollywood hunk, Jack Howard. Let's get to the ring and see how this one shakes out. This is going to be wild. We are almost 65,000 strong in this arena here for this one. I like bringing in these guests because it also helps raise the profile of... Are you serious? You're actually friends with the North? You will be thrilled to know then that both Josh Alexander and Ethan Page are on my roster here in the GWA. I gotta reps me, my good Canadian boys, as I am orbiting space above Canada.
Give up.
Well, tell the Walking Weapon and Mr. Karate Man I said hello then. Big fans. Been watching Josh Alexander since I was able to watch them at Capital City Championship Combat a lifetime ago. As you see Rhino here, no stranger to competition himself, the Man Beast, the War Machine, the third nickname. Well, it used to be the Rookie Monster, but a rookie no longer.
Give up. Give up.
Nice underhook. Belly to belly there from Rhino. Oh, nice. They wrestle locally for you. Good stuff. A fellow Canadian then. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a splendid day. I always do when Thursdays roll around. GWA day is my favorite day of streaming. Because I get to take a load off and enjoy the matches. Don't think Rhino enjoyed that suplex, though, out of the Hollywood hunk. Grows more confident and cocky with every successful defense. We'll be looking to hit his version of a package pile driver. That's his finish. Has a number of ways he can put you away, though. Also has a trio of Germans ending in a bridged pin that he wins matches with. Has a beautiful butterfly. Oh.
Give up.
Rodeo stretch there out of Jack Howard. I knew Ethan did Twitch. I didn't know he also did Fire Pro. That's cool. I know Rosemary's got a fed with the aforementioned Andrew Everett, who was previously on our show. Not real life Andrew Everett, I mean like the Cobb Andrew Everett. That's awesome. Yay Twitch, yay Fire Pro. More of that the better. And if you're feeling a little hungry after this, maybe head down to Prince Pepperoni and grab yourself a slice. Nice fall-away slam there. Impressive power from the champion Jack Howard. Easily able to move the big man over as here that trifecta of German suplexes we were talking about, but too close to the ropes. A bit harder to line things up north-south than it is east-west here in the GWA ring. Nice TKO there out of Jack Howard. Stuns the big man, but Rhino able to recover. We'll, of course, be looking for that gore. Jack Howard, again, we said, has a number of moves he can put you away with, including I was starting to describe. Oh my goodness me, a pop-up powerbomb there. Nope, that's not what I was aiming for. I was aiming for the butterfly suplex with a bridge he's used to end opponents. Boom. Out of the ring we go. There are no countouts or disqualifications outside of a GWA ring, and Rhino is very well aware of that. Surprisingly opting to take the fight back inside the ring and eating a brainbuster for their troubles. Oh, nice.
10 minutes gone.
Look at you. Friends with some heavy hitters in the world of Canadian wrestling. Are you excited about the burgeoning relationship between AEW and Impact? Oh, another big brainbuster there. Rhino's got to do something to get out of the blocks here. Or I was going to say, he's only one package pile driver away from losing this thing. But Jack Howard unable to make the pin. Rhino's got that surgically repaired neck. I know it was a number of years ago now, but I don't think that damage ever truly goes away. Nice main event spine buster out of Rhino there. We'll be looking to build up to that gore. Jack Howard says, bring better competition. Half and half folds him up. Taking his time as the champion. Rhino working his way off the ropes. Gore! Howard pops right back up. Short arm clothesline to the challenger. TKO. Jack Howard unfazed by the gore. 1, 2. Rhino out of 2. Oh, hits that big pump kick. What are you gonna do, says Jack Howard. Spiking the challenger Rhino with a DDT. Rhino now opting to take the fight to the floor. Hits a gore outside the ring. As we said, no countouts or disqualifications on the floor when you stroll down the gnarly wrestling aisle. The GWA. Oh, package pile driver from Jack Howard on the floor. Finisher for finisher in no man's land, essentially. Follow-away slam into the guardrail. Whipped into the guardrail. Impressive power from Rhino with that gorilla press slam. Both champion and challenger giving it all they've got in this one. Oh, big release powerbomb. And another package pile driver. As we've said, Rhino's got that surgically repaired neck years and years ago. Hopefully no lingering effects. They've managed to have a very successful wrestling career in the years since, so... Oh no. Rhino there, getting fist dropped onto the chair, fist dropped to the bum bum from Jack Howard. And then a brain buster to Rhino, who rolls through and then hits that press slam. Oh, dropping Jack Howard's leg onto the chair. Standing gore into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, almost puts Jack Howard away. Big spine buster from Rhino. Another standing gore into the cover. 1, 2. No, Jack Howard kicks it 2. Stronger kick out that time from your MLW champion, Jack Howard. What's going on, SSD Ninja? Hope you're having a lovely day. We're here for probably the conclusion of this fantastic title matchup between the Hollywood Hunk Jack Howard defending their their MLW title against Impact's Rhino, hitting Howard with that huge gorilla press slam again. Again, it's real hard to get lined up properly in the northern and southern corners of this ring. It's easier to go east-west. As you can see, Rhino there maneuvering Jack Howard into the western quadrant, trying to maintain the advantage. Oh, pop-up powerbomb from the champion. Rolling clothesline. Off the ropes he comes. Oh, missed wildly. Rhino sends him off. Big hip toss. Rhino catching his breath. We are 20 minutes gone. I don't think anyone has quite taken the fight to Jack Howard like Rhino has. Up top he goes. Diving fist drop to the ding-ding. Package power driver. Oh, Rhino clutching his neck. Howard unable to make the cover though. Rhino's still in this, but barely. Pile driver from Rhino now. Rolls him over. 1, 2, 3. Rhino beat him. We're finally rid of the MLW Championship. I mean, we finally have a new MLW champion. Woo! Heck of a match, too. Wowzers. All right, we've been trying, to put the MLW Championship back into that great big old wrestling world for literal, months of in-game time. So that's awesome. Yeah! Rhino now has 4 belts. If you want the MLW Championship, go to Impact. We no longer have it. Oh, phew. One thing for sure we're keeping is our very own GWA title. because there's no way we're letting that out of our grasp. Champion Will Ospreay is currently set to defend against challenger Kota Ibushi. I don't know what more I need to say in preparation of this match. Let's just get down to the ring and check this out. I'm so happy. Finally, a new MLW champion. As always, the creature on feature, the senior official here in the GWA, Mr. Bigfoot. Here referring, oh gosh, I don't know how many main events it's been. They've been with us a long time, and they are seemingly immortal, so. Hey, Ogie Oglethorpe, thanks very much for hanging out. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Alright, I've updated all my rankings. This is wonderful. Oh, shooting star press, cover attempt. Nets a 1 count for GWA heavyweight champion Will Ospreay here defending against Kota Ibushi, as we said. Kota Ibushi recently was a GCW champion, but Will Ospreay specifically calling them out after noticing their spirited performances in defense of, and subsequently after losing that title. Will Ospreay never won to back down from a challenge or a good fight. Hoping that Kota Ibushi provides him with just that. Kota Ibushi, of course, hoping to become, for the first time in their career, the GWA heavyweight champion of the world. They have contended for the title on a handful of occasions, but have not yet been successful. Will Ospreay unseating Bray Wyatt as GWA champion in something of an upset, after Bray Wyatt was so dominant with the strap after winning it from Roman Reigns. So we have a lot of main event level talent here in the GWA. Almost too much to feature in one show alone, which is why we do 2 a week. Try to book the best 20 matches we can get out of our talent and out of friends that show up. Oh no! Cheeky Nando's kick from Will Ospreay, followed by a proper shooting star from the top. 2! Oh, I thought that might have done it. Almost a short night for Kota Ibushi. You see both of these gentlemen enjoy their grunting while they employ their moves. Midsection kicks there from Kota Ibushi, trying to steal the wind of champion Ospreay. Again, dropping him down onto the mat. Trying to drive that wind out of him. Not a bad strategy. Ospreay's cardio game is ridiculous. They started being very flexible, being very agile, having great cardio, and in the past couple of years, Will Ospreay has packed on muscle and added power to their arsenal. Much like you see with that beautiful standing one-person Spanish fly almost putting Kota Ibushi away. Always had the power and the hop in the legs, but have added a power element to their game that is making them quite deadly and has led them to the GWA Championship. Shrugging off that palm thrust, that shate palm strike from Kota Ibushi was Will Ospreay as they maneuver in the corner now. Oh, backflip out of the corner. Kota immediately catches the kick attempt into a dragon screw. Dragon sleeper now with a bridge. 1, 2. Oh, almost puts Ospreay down. Surprising the champion there is Kota Ibushi. Back he goes. Ospreay fights him off. Kota fights him off. Back to the midsection goes Kota Ibushi. He'll be looking for that Kamigoye knee strike. Will Ospreay has a number of moves he likes to put you away with as well, but primarily using the Stormbreaker these days. Off the ropes he's set. Front flipping DDT. 1, 2, 3. Got him. Pins him with the F6 Destroyer. Will Ospreay, to the crowd's delight, surprising Kota Ibushi coming off the ropes. And just like that, not a great title defense, but a successful one for Will Ospreay. phoning it in a little bit, but that's okay. Overall, a great show. 89%, 794. Wait, did more people show up or did some people leave? Because that number is slightly different than when we started. Okay. End event. Maybe a couple extra people showed up. Yeah, Rhino of Impact won the MLW Championship belt. Peace be with you. See you later, MLW. That means we only have to bring in 2 people. The Freedom Champion, so we can try to take the Freedom Championship. So we got to bring Bill Carr back. And we have to bring in someone, anyone, to challenge for the NXT title. So this will be fun. Yep, Tony Storm is the freelance junior champ. We got new tag champs. Almost filled the place. Congrats on running a flawless show. We're ready to book a bigger venue. Literally, that doesn't exist. We are at football stadiums. We're doing football stadiums here. Oh, new DDT champ. New MLW tag champs. Good. It's good to see that promotion still existing. Yeah, I knew we were going to lose money because we had spent $10 million on expanding our gym. That's okay. Also great that nothing of note happens. Perfect. All right. Cruising towards April of our 5th year of management. Oh, Ember Moon they found. Okay. Ooh, I wonder if the Eclipse is in the game. Ember Moon. Shug D. Oh, Tyler Black wants, or excuse me, Alistair Black wants money. Tyler Black. I'd pay them, but I have to go back in time. All right, so this usually does not happen just with one person. Okay. Well, like once one of them gets wind that I'm handing out raises. The president of Dragon Gate invited us to their company party. Preparations will cost $1,000. Of course we'll go to that. Why wouldn't we? Dragon Gate likes us. Okay, let's do our human resources first. Let us consult with Alistair Black. Hi there, would you like some more monies? Oh, of course, we're horribly underpaying you. There you go. And we're consulting with Solo Darling. Would you like some more monies? I bet you were, yeah, we're barely paying you. So here you go. There you go. Okay, let's send, oops. Hang on. Let's send these scouts back out. Strong or Showman Japan America. You know what? Let's look for opposite of type and see what we find. Make an offer to send them out. What do you do? Kings Road and Showman Japan America. Same thing. Showman America. Let's do it. Just for funsies. Alright, see you later. Off those go. Let's do this. Let's do our other maintenance real quick. Training center maintenance. It's going to be a long time before we expand past our current level of gym, so let's just leave that alone. Got a few of these facilities maxed out, like our balance ball. Can't make the rec room any better until I get a bigger gym. I'm okay with that. See, it's costing us about at least $500,000 or like $1 million just to put these shows on. So let's just upgrade the lounge. There, maxed out the lounge. That's nice. Try to do maybe one of those, oh, let me check my merchandise. Sold out. Okay, so we gotta do a full slate of merch once we book the show. All right, I had some stuff in line here. Hang on. All right, I dealt with the financial needs of Alistair Black. Solo Darling. I need to invite some folks over. First off, Bill Carr, come on down. Come on back. Absolutely. Oh, hang on, let me save first. Just in case they say no, I like the opportunity to ask them again. Okay, we've saved. We are to the event. We are inviting Bill Carr. Come on back. There we go. Bill Carr is in. We're going to probably put them against Samoa Joe. Now, from anywhere else in the world that likes us, no, we're not going to put it into free agency. We're going to try to keep it. Like, they only have 6 people on the roster. You know what I mean? Okay. Was it Thunder Rosa that... I don't think so. I forget who took the NXT Junior belt from us. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that monster with all his titles. Okay. Well, maybe someone from Noah, for all I know. They're friends with us, so they might want to show up. Let me bring in... They have to be a junior, though, don't they? No, no, it's an NXT belt. They don't. All right, let me bring in Kento Miyahara, then. If I'm going to bring in anybody, let me bring in the young ace of... he's only 34 now. Let me bring in the supposed generational leader of All Japan, even though Suwama is technically still their ace. All right, Kento, come on in, bud. Oh, let me... I already succeeded once. Let me make sure I save that, because if I fail, I would just reload, and that would undo my previous success. All right, Kento, come on down, buddy. Yeah, Kento Miyahara coming in to challenge Penta. Kento versus Penta. I'm not doing that just because it almost rhymes, even though it might seem that way. Miyahara is in. Miyahara. And we have Bill Carr in for the free championship. So that's the only two friendos we needed. We can start booking our own stuff. Well, actually, before we do that, we can offer a contract. Yeah. We have 46 on our roster. We have 25 heavies, 21 juniors. Let's find some more heavyweight competition to add. Should I just hire Bill Carr? That would be great, eh? Just based on their successes last time. All right. These are all cast-offs, of course. I'm not going to steal any more talent from any existing promotions because that's what got us in trouble in the first place. Let me just hit a button here to... There. Everything is just... Hang on, wait a minute. No, there. Now everybody is just alphabetically ordered. Everyone that is a free agent in North America, no matter whom you are. Let's see. Now, I used to keep stuff in like, oh, I need to keep the certain style, etc., but it turns out, so long as you can put on a good match, you can pretty much put anybody in there. So, anybody that just looks or sounds appealing as part of the roster. Unfortunately, I don't really have room for 50-year-olds. I'm half tempted to get Facade and team them up with Naomi, because Facade is the Neon Ninja, and Naomi feels the glow. So the tag team of the two of them, in my mind, is Glow Ninja, Glow Ninja, Glow. And I really hope that you understood that reference. Okay... I think both of the Hybrid 2 are out here now. I was actually surprised by Angelico's match on Dynamite last night. A total side of him I had not seen in that league before. Mind you, I don't watch much Dark. Let's see, I'm not super familiar with a lot of these people. Well, I'm familiar with Lars Sullivan enough to know not to hire them. Same with Luther. Matt Hardy again. I don't really want any 50-year-olds. Moses. Alright. We had Brody Lee. They hated it. They hated working for us. So they quit. So I don't know that they're going to be interested at all in ever coming back, which is a bummer. Let's see. Oh, Ricky Starks might be fun. Oh, they count as a junior, eh? Makes sense. Do not want Sean Spears. Shinsuke we had for a bit, and they just wasn't a good fit. Space Monkey! That's awesome. Oh, Shug D they just found. Pineapple Pete. That's funny. Oh, these are all cast-offs. These people left their promotions. Okay. No, maybe not. They're just alphabetically, you silly boy. I was just curious why The Miz, I guess The is their first name. Alright. Nothing too exciting here, I don't think. Except an attempt to rehire Brody Lee would be cool, just because that's a good heavyweight slugger. And again, I don't want to take anybody's... I don't want to take any roster members. But if I'm going to go just with some heavyweight, I could open it up to anybody. Couldn't I? Oof, again, don't really want the 50-year-olds. As much as I respect Masasaki Mochizuki or Jun Akiyama. I gotta pick talent, or Minoru Suzuki for that matter. I gotta pick talent that'll not retire shortly after being signed. You know? Oh yeah, let's try for Naito again. They turned us down previously, but let's try for Naito again. Hey! Maximum signing bonus. Let's go all out. Tetsuya Naito, come on down! Welcome to the roster, Tetsuya Naito. All right. All right. Well, if there had to be an acquisition made, what an acquisition. Let me drop them down. Tetsuya Naito is our 26th heavyweight and 47th roster member. I don't know if I need any more than 52, which is going to be my next, which is going to be my overall capacity at this level. That's a ton of people. I'm having trouble finding room for them all as it is. 47 people. Okay. Wow. Let's save that. Now that we got our guy. Okay, I want to do something fun. Like, I know we have an odd number. Yeah, I know we have an odd number, but I wanted to take this guy. I don't know why, but Xavier Woods, I wanted to send him on a training expedition just because I don't know what that really means. So let's do that. Whoa. Select training destination at length. You must travel outside your home territory for training. So let's send you to Japan for 4 months to go train in Japan. Yeah, no problem. Cool. So we are sending Xavier Woods away for 4 months to go train. Let me make a note of that. Woods in Japan. Woods in Japan. Woods in Japan. Woods, Japan. 4. The number 4 indicating the months. All right. So we have some people in. Or Miyahara in to challenge for the NXT title. We have the free champion Bill Carr in to hopefully drop their title. I think we're ready. We've hired somebody. We've done our training center maintenance. Let's book a show and then go make our merch and then we'll run the show. Okay, let's book ourselves the event. I have the list of champions and potential challengers. First off, I'm so happy we no longer need to worry about the MOW Championship. So, as we mentioned before, Johnny Gargano against the industry's Tyler Bate. There we go for the junior title, as we previewed with a tag match last month. See, we're going for $60 pop. That's why we couldn't quite fill the 65,000 seater. Once I can start doing that and then start boosting the ticket price on this to, like, can you imagine if I'm running these with 65,000 people and I'm making $100 a ticket, because that's the max, so that's $6.5 mil just at the gate. Anyway, I would be crushing it as it were. Now that's our first championship match. Next up is our 6-person belts. Let's put that here. Oh, I don't know that I can. It's not the same 3 members. Okay, so that's very much a Dragon Dojo team facing off against everyone but Walter. Everyone but Walter. Everyone okay? Everyone feeling good, looking good? Let me check this out, actually. Training expedition. Oh, Marufuji's taking the time off. No problem. Marufuji can sit out. Yeah, they did get critical. I don't really do much with Mark Andrews. Dalton can take some time off, no problem. Everybody else looking pretty good. Everybody else looking pretty good. These are all no affiliations. I trust D Naito, just because he's new. Everybody else. Normal, good. Great stuff. Oh. Okay. Everybody looking good there. Firefly, Darby Allin. Gonna have to sit out. Oh, Karrion Kross as well. Karrion Kross. Darby Allin gonna have to sit out. Okay, no problem. Rey Mysterio is our Stardom Junior Championship and will be defending that belt. Not this time, but next time. Okay. So I can still put together a 6-person team. Let's do Roosh. Let's do Shane Taylor. And let's do Zeus. Challenging Daichi for the 6-person belts. Okay. What else do we got going on here? The Stardom Championship gets another defense. Right in here. No, that's because it moved up the ranking, so I've had to sort of reconfigure. Actually, instead of doing that, let me do the junior one, because Ray didn't fight anybody last time. Okay. Mark Andrews. You haven't had a title match in a little bit. Hey, where are these fun pants? There we go. Mandrews versus Rey Mysterio. Instead of the Stardom Junior. Figure title match. Let's get Bill Carr in here. And we are going to put them up against Samoa Joe. In an attempt to get that title off of Bill Carr. We also need to have, oh, there it is, Penta Acero M defend the, I'm going to move them, hang on, let me move this, let's move that to here. Oop. And have them defend against, who did we bring in for this? Oh, that's right, Kento Miyahara. Alright. Pow. I think that might be it. Nope, we got one more title to defend here. In the opening contest, title match, GCW champion, there it is, Brock Lesnar. Pow. Who wants to face Brock? Oh, Brock against Naito. Brock against Tetsuya Naito. Nice. Okay, now we can start working on some other stuff. These are all the title matches we wanted to do. How many do we have? 1, that's ours. This should be coming in as ours. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the NXT one is leaving, so that's the 6th. Yeah, so this should be 5 and 5 with the GCW belt every time, and then we fill out the rest of the card. Right. Okay, so first I'm going to move this down to be right before intermission. That as well. And then I'm going to move this up. There. Alright, now we can fill some more stuff out. What do we have in match number 2? What do you want to do? Let's do a 6-person, since there's a lot of singles in the first half of the card. Alright, so Will Ospreay is going to be defending the belt next time, as they do. They're feeling pretty good. So Will Ospreay as champion, and their friends. Let's do their friends Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne. A lot of champions in this one. So your tag champ and your world champ are going to team up. There you go. Tag champs and world champ are going to team up to face Jack Howard, who is going to be getting a shot at the GWA title, because how could they not, following that historic run with that other belt? But we're going to put them against David Houston, Matt Robinson, and Jack Howard of the Industry, because we're doing, let me jot this down, Ospreay v. Howard next time out. Will v. Howard. That is going to be our GWA title match next week. In the one GWA show that we run next week, because next week, and let me tell you this after we finish booking, we got something special planned. Something special planned. Okay, so took care of that. Next up, let's do a... I wish I could do like multi-person matches that were like a 4-way and stuff like that, but unfortunately we can't. Let's do a tag match. Where are they? There we go. Josh Alexander, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander versus the very successful team of Naomi and Willie Mack. Worked awesome together. I'm going to do that again. Naomi! Oh, I like this better. Let's do this one. That looks more like Naomi. And Willie Mack. Do you have green to match? No. Let's go with purple then. Tag team division action. Okay, I have 2 more matches to bring 20,000 people to the show. Oh no, I have 3 more matches to bring 20,000 people to the show. Oh wait, hang on. How many do I have? 1, 2. I have 2 more matches to bring 20,000 people to the show. Second half of the show, we have a 6-person tag, so this should just be a single. Let's do a singles match. Let's try to pick some real popular people. Nope, not Alistair. I mean, Coda's real popular. Roman. There we go. What's Roman Reigns the champion of? Other than my heart. Oh no, that's just the several-person belt, or 6-person WWE belt they have. Okay, so Roman Reigns versus somebody else that's crazy popular. Oh, going up, going up. No, Fuji's hurt. Walter wouldn't be bad, but they're hurt. Doc Gallows is more popular than Finn Balor, so let's do Roman Reigns, Doc Gallows with the war paint on. Almost there. That got us 10 grand in that match. And then let's do another multi-person here. Let's do a tag. I have a full Camp Firefly doing nothing. So let's do Solo doing well, feeling good, and Bray Wyatt. Those two together. And we will pit them against, with the ongoing feud between and we'll do Tony Storm, who is our free junior champion. Ooh, because then we can do Storm and Solo next time. Okay, let me put that down. Storm and Finn Balor in full demon paint. Ah, so close. So close to capacity. We'll just leave it there. Okay, let me just pencil this in for next time as well. We're going to do Tony Storm versus Solo Darling. Ooh, that's going to be a barn burner. All right. This is exciting. That is as good as we were going to be able to do. We are just shy of filling this thing to capacity at $60 a head. So I'm just going to sort of leave this and then try to build positive cards so that next time we run this arena, we're going to fill this sucker out. Now, as I mentioned, next week we're going to do something a little differently. We're going to be playing Fire Promoter mode probably in the second half of the show if we have time. Well, we're going to have time. We make our own time, but we're going to be doing the promoter half, or excuse me, the Fire Promoter half in the second half of the show, as the GWA is presenting a very special card in the first half, since next week, looking at the calendar, is Christmas Eve day that will be presenting wrestling. We have a very special Christmas Chaos card planned that you'll just have to tune in next week to find out what that's all about. In the meantime here, we can confirm this sucker. Pa-pow! Okay, I'll save that. And we will work on our last bit of management, which is to produce enough merchandise to satisfy the 60,000 people that are showing up. So let's do 20,000 snacks and a run of 1,000 masks, since they're sort of a collector's item. What's our most expensive stuff? Action figures, another 1,000. Got to make people want them. We can do 5,000 goods, let's do. And do 5 on the Blu-ray. And the t-shirts. And the towels. And the photos. Look at that. Look at that. Over $1.5 million just to put a show on these days. Well, it takes money to make money. So we got all that merchandise made. We have our new contracted employee Tetsuya Naito on the card tonight against Brock Lesnar. We got lots of good stuff going on here. Let's just proceed. Let us just proceed. Yeah, I think everything's good. Oh, actually, hang on. Let's loan some folks. We have a lot of talent that's not doing much, and we're trying to improve some relationships here. So let's send somebody to DDT if we can. How about Mustafa Ali? Thank you. Mustafa Ali hanging out in DDT for a bit. You'll notice all the other American promotions are estranged from us. That's because we've stolen talent or titles or both. Friendly, friendly, normal. Friendly, normal. Normal, normal. So we did that. Let's do Dragon Gate. How would you like to hang out with Scorpio Sky? Cool. Impact. Okay, let's go to Impact. Sammy Callahan going on down to Impact. There we go. Okay, so we sent some friends out. People are still getting work. I mean, they're going to get paid anyway, so we might as well. So everyone that was normal, we sent somebody to. I don't know what we can do anywhere else. I mean, the first thing we have estranged going up the ladder is Ring of Honor, NXT, AEW, and WWE. All the major competition in North America hates us because of what we've done, and I do not blame them. Not even a little bit. This is going to be like, they hate you. Why would they possibly want to work with you? I don't know, because I can send them Walter? Yeah. No good. No good. They don't want us. Okay. I don't know how to fix Estranged. I don't know how to fix that. Maybe you can't. Anyway, we've booked our show. We've lent some of our talent to friends. We have Bill Carr in to try to take their their freelance title. We have Kento Miyahara in to try to take the NXT title to All Japan. I'm obsessively saving because something could go wrong with all these guests. So let's see if everybody shows up for work. April event. So far, so good. Standard. Yeah, everybody shows up. Wonderful. Okay, so starting us off, we have our initial championship, the one that we always defend usually in the first match of the show, the GCW title. And in defense of that, Brock Lesnar, I just realized I have the world champion almost curtain jerking, but whatever, it's a 6-person tag. And we got better matches later in the show. So Brock Lesnar is going to defend the GCW title against Tetsuya Naito, the newest member of the GWA roster. Let's see how tranquilo they will be when they face the Beast Incarnate. Let's get on down to the ring and see how this shakes out. Pardon me again as I take another sip of water. Important to stay hydrated. And once again, as always, the creature on feature, the referee on record, senior official here in the GWA, Mr. Bigfoot. For those at home unfamiliar with both competitors, that is Brock Lesnar in the red, black, and white, and Tetsuya Naito in the red, black, and white. JK, Tetsuya Naito obviously has the white boots and the longer hair, and also is probably 50 pounds lighter than a Brock Lesnar, though they might be close to the same height. Lesnar, of course, will be looking to get on that road down to Suplex City. Tetsuya Naito will be looking to hit Destino!
Give up.
Lesnar, of course, employs that devastating F5. The only move that can kill a dead man. Rake of the eyes from Naito. Not proud, but it works. Not pretty, but it works. Oh, Lesnar going back to his MMA trading here, just a front face lock. Trying to lock in those legs around, didn't quite get them hooked. Naito able to get out. Clubbing blow to the back of the head there. We've previously seen Naito try to take the New Japan title, I believe, back when Zeus was in possession of that in the GWA, but that's long since been returned to its promotion. See Naito now content to bring things out to the floor, much to his chagrin as he's belly to belly against the announcer's desk. There are no countouts or disqualifications on the floor of the GWA, and Brock Lesnar taking full advantage of that to this point with that leisurely powerbomb to Tetsuya Naito on the floor, countering a suplex there, sending Naito crashing into the guardrail via the legs. Oh, now a key lock, further doing damage to the head and neck by applying a leg lock there. Oh, and just a straight-up punch to the ding-ding from Tetsuya Naito. Whatever works, especially on the floor here, where, as I said, there are no disqualifications. And another shot, straight to the ding-ling. Ding-dong, merrily on high goes Tetsuya Naito. Once again, suplexed into the guardrail, though, by Brock. That's going to take its toll as you see those legs crashing against the steel guardrail. Now trying to coax Tetsuya Naito back into the ring is Brock. Probably just so he can suplex them out of it again. Oh, almost does the deed there. Tried to with that belly-to-belly, but got caught up in the ropes as Tetsuya Naito. Not able to quite be thrown over like Brock was intending. There he goes, with that throwing German over the top rope in the corner. Back out to the floor they go. Another shot to the ding-ding. That's what's keeping Tetsuya Naito in this thing. Constant attacks to Brock's groin. That'll level the playing field. Into the Bullocks Incarnate. Now grabbing a leg lace there. Anything you do to try to slow Brock down. You see a snap suplex trying to whip Brock's legs into the guardrail, much like his own has been done. Some suplexes from Brock, who's now just a clubbering on Tetsuya Naito on the floor. Brock more than happy to stay out of the ring. Oh, trying to throw Tetsuya Naito into the crowd there. Couldn't quite get him over the guardrail. Naito came crashing down and again pulling on that leg. Might know something about the left leg that we don't. Certainly working on it in fits and spurts as Tetsuya Naito. Once again trying to coax his way back into the ring. A bit of cat and mouse there. Off the ropes he sends Lesnar. Jumping elbow to the face and back to that leg. Lesnar able to escape. Off the ropes again. Another jumping elbow to the face. Naito had the champion reeling momentarily. Oh! Able to withstand that attack off the ropes. Destino! Unable to make the pin though! Brock's up first. Enziguri from Naito. What's he thinking? What's he thinking? Complete shot there, but Brock pops right back up. Naito setting him off the ropes again. Bit of a mistimed. They knocked heads, but Naito pops up again. Gloria! I think. But Brock again. No cells. A little backdrop. Tetsuya Naito. Brock here in defense of his GCW, the Game Changer Wrestling Championship. A promotion that no longer exists in this league, or in this universe. Tetsuya Naito, this is their first match in the GWA, so you know they're looking to impress, and impress they have to this point, as you can hear the crowd cheering ferociously for both competitors here. Nicely done, Tetsuya Naito thought he had won the strike exchange with that spin kick, but Lesnar comes back with a vicious clothesline. Into the corner. Too close though, Lesnar able to get that leg on the ropes. Thought that German might have done it. Surprised Brock with that one. Another complete shot at a Naito. Has Brock rocking and reeling. Oh! Counter the Destino attempt there to Brock Lesnar. Trying to catch his breath. I sense an F5 in the near future for Naito unless he's careful. Huge main event spinebuster to Brock. British fall. But Lesnar again is up first. Here it comes, F5 to Naito. Lesnar into the cover. 1, 2, no! Naito kicks out! Oh, gets folded in half with a suplex. Into the key lock now. Brock is not messing around and Naito's got a tap right away. Almost pulled his arm off and his head off. Take your pick. Your winner and still GCW champion Brock Lesnar, but a heck of a fight there from Tetsuya Naito. And the crowd agrees. A 5-star classic to open us up here with our second show of the day. Hot diggity. That was a good one. All right, so next month we're running Will Ospreay, Jack Howard for the GWA title. If you don't think that Jack Howard has earned a GWA title shot after being the MLW champion for like 18 months of consecutive defenses, you're nuts. So next week, or next time we run a GWA show, which will probably be the second half of next week's card, we're going to run that title match. For now, though, as a preview, it's 6-person action where 3 members of the industry are facing Ospreay and a couple of friends, and those friends have some championship gold of their own. As it is Will Ospreay, Luchasaurus, and Pete Dunne, Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne being our tag team champions, Will Ospreay being your GWA champion, facing David Houston, Matt Robinson, and Jack Howard of the industry. The creme de la creme here in the second match of our 10-match card. As you see, the Hollywood hunk Jack Howard looks naked without that MLW title around their waist. Has more than earned a chance to challenge Will Ospreay for the championship in this league. Ooh, let me get out of the way. I sometimes forget to do that. It's only because, like, the camera shots in this wrestling game are kind of tight. So, like, I feel like I would be in the way of people tagging in the corner or the referee and stuff like that. So I try to, like, you know, scoot out of the way, get down to just the picture of my big dumb face as opposed to the moving video of my big dumb face. Pete Dunne in now. As we said, new tag team champion with partner Luchasaurus. Actually, the first match they'd teamed together and were able to unseat Naomichi Marufuji and Samoa Joe of those tag team championships after Luchasaurus criticaling Naomichi Marufuji with a vicious chokeslam, something we hadn't seen out of Luchasaurus to this point, perhaps unwaking the sleeping dinosaur that is Luchasaurus. As they stand proudly in the middle of the ring awaiting Matt Robinson's return. Off the ropes they're sent. Big clothesline from Luchasaurus there. Off the ropes again. Stop to the midsection. Bodily just shoving Matt Robinson down to the canvas is Luchasaurus. Who, as we said, is displaying quite the aggressive streak in recent competitions, especially after that loss to Aleister Black. They seem to have turned it around. Oh, tail whip there to Matt Robinson. Wrong part of town to go for the cover, so Luchasaurus smartly just picking him back up to do more damage. We're only 5 minutes deep into this tag match as it is, so I don't know how successful a pin attempt would have been regardless. As we now see the newly unseated MLW X-champion, Hollywood hunk Jack Howard for the first time in this matchup. An unprecedented title reign with that championship belt. And best of luck to new champion Rhino of Impact Wrestling. As we are now getting a preview of that future title match between Jack Howard and Will Ospreay. Back and forth they go. Will Ospreay winning that early strike exchange. Immediately into a rodeo stretch from Jack Howard, that very unique submission hold that I've only seen them apply. Actually, I think I saw it for reals in like a New Japan match when I was watching some stuff from like 2001. But it was kind of in the ropes at the same time, so I don't know if it counted. I want to say El Samurai was the one doing it, but I could be wrong. Jack Howard now backing Luchasaurus up into the industry corner of things. Smartly done there, and excellent teamwork on the industry side. The leader of the industry, Jack Howard, a very proud and capable wrestler and champion in this league, looking to add the world's title, or looking to reclaim the world title, I should say, at a future opportunity against current champion Will Ospreay. As you see David Houston for the matchup. The matchup getting a 1 count there on Luchasaurus, a master of various roll-up attempts. And the moonsaults. Oh, missing that big splash. Luchasaurus here with renewed vim and vigor, countering that into a powerbomb right on the hammer sign. Only a 2 count. As you see Pete Dunne and Will Ospreay staying on the apron during that pin attempt. Perhaps perhaps Luchasaurus had said something to them before the match started. As in regards to keeping out of his business. Who knows? Or they just were confident that Luchasaurus would kick out. Pete Dunne now matching up against Jack Howard. I don't think these two have seen each other in active competition to this point in prior GWA action. Huge clothesline there from Howard. Into the cover, but Ospreay quickly in to break up that pin attempt. Off the ropes he's sent. But able to counter that. And then hit that nice butterfly with a bridge we talked about in the previous contest that he was unable to employ against Rhino. I don't know if he'd be able to get the big man up. Now the action once again spilling to the outside. There are no counts or disqualifications. Now all 6 competitors are out there. They'll do whatever they want. As you see a Paradise Lock there applied to Luchasaurus by David Houston, broken up by Pete Dunne. He's now going to work on Matt Robinson with an European uppercut. So a suplex there from Luchasaurus. Pete Dunne helping out his tag team partner, escape a move from Jack Howard, but then eat something from Matt Robinson. Action too fast and furious to call. Honestly, too bunched up to be able to distinguish. As I see a nice TKO to Will Ospreay. And some assisted offense there to Matt Robinson I saw out of Dunn and Luchasaurus. Dunn now having to fend off both David Houston and Jack Howard. Meanwhile, Will Ospreay and Luchasaurus going to work on Matt Robinson, or at least attempting to. We get one half of this equation back in the ring as a full industry team in there. Now we go. Now we should be able to sort this out. As a trio of German suplexes is hit to Will Ospreay, but he's not the legal competitor. Pete Dunne was, and now it's Luchasaurus after a tag. So it looks like it's Luchasaurus and David Houston are your legal competitors. Luchasaurus just got waffled with a chair twice by Jack Howard on the outside. Meanwhile, David Houston's getting the beats in the middle of the ring. So I guess turnabout is fair play. Oh no. Luchasaurus unable to withstand the onslaught of both Jack Howard and Matt Robinson, all the larger competitors in this matchup on the floor, and the smaller ones in the ring. A 2-on-1 advantage in both cases. Buzzsaw kick there to Houston. Assisted powerball on the floor to Luchasaurus. David Houston hits the Angel's wings to Ospreay, and meanwhile in the center of the ring. Oh! A flip-out suplex from Pete Dunne. TKO from Howard on the floor. Luchasaurus is in a big bad way as you see David Houston incorrectly trying to use this disqualification tactic against Pete Dunne, who is not the legal competitor. Quickly scurrying to the corner to tag in Jack Howard. Luchasaurus dispatching of David Houston. Gets flipped over but too close to the ropes. Luchasaurus sent back into the right part of town. Jack Howard eating a buzzsaw kick from Ospreay. Out of that melee, and now Luchasaurus content to work his way back to his corner and tag in his tag team championship partner Pete Dunne. See what they can do against Jack Howard here. As you see Pete Dunne lock it on a leg bar. As we reach 20 minutes. Oh, nice double powerbomb on Ospreay. Powerbomb onto Pete Dunne in order to break the hold. Smart move by the industry there. There's that butterfly with a bridge. Luckily, Luchasaurus was able to kick out Howard's leg, or that would have been 3. Big sit-out dominator for Matt Robinson there. Back into the corner he goes. Jack Howard and Pete Dunne, your legal fighters. Don't forget. Oh, Robinson now tagged in as Howard exits the ring. Back and forth Robinson and Dunne go. Kick for uppercut. Oh, big rolling clothesline for Robinson ends that argument. Back to the midsection now. Lethal with his strikes is Matt Robinson. Sit-out dominator. Throwing up the Longhorns. Oh, a couple of kicks to the back of the head to Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne got a scurry to the corner to get Will Ospreay into this thing. Smart move there. Out of the green corner, let's call it. As they now work Matt Robinson at the outside. David Houston, Jack Howard working on Will Ospreay inside. Meanwhile, outside, Matt Robinson at the mercy of Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne, or so you would expect. Double suplex to Robinson on the outside of the ring. Will Ospreay on the inside, trying to fight off both future challenger and stablemate. Not doing a very good job of it is Ospreay. Meanwhile, on the outside of the ring, double suplex after double suplex to Matt Robinson. Oh, big brainbuster to Ospreay, and then a nice moonsault follow-up from David Houston. Ospreay is in a lot of trouble here. Oh, big spinebuster from Howard. As now we've got 3 singles matches on the way. Pete Dunne with a Brett's Rope superplex. Will Ospreay with the Ospreay special to nobody. Burning hammer to Jack Howard on the chair. Luchasaurus again with a devastating maneuver. Not even the legal man pulls Robinson to a pin. 1, 2, 3. Luchasaurus is on a tear. I don't even know what put Matt Robinson down, but it was enough. The industry on the losing side of things against a, I don't know, newly awakened Luchasaurus. Wow. What a tear they've been on. since that, as we said, unfortunate defeat in their return match against Aleister Black. Wowzers. And that's just the second match of 10. Coming up next, overall card rating of 99. See how long we can keep that. Coming up next, we have Bill Carr with the Freelance Heavyweight Championship in. They're only here until they can lose that belt to somebody on our roster. And this time around, Samoa Joe's getting the shot. Let's see how it goes. There we go. Mr. Bigfoot calls for the bell and we are underway. Bill Carr with that impressive high-angle chokeslam win over Walter at last month's show. Invited back here to once again defend their freelance championship against Samoa Joe, fresh off losing the tag team championships with Naomichi Marufuji. Get well soon Marufuji out with a bit of a neck problem. Just for the month, should be back in competition soon. Nothing that requires hospitalization or anything like that, just getting better at home. Wear and tear. And those punches tearing into the face of Bill Carr from Samoa Joe. Carr, as we mentioned last month, not really defending their freelance championship for, oh gosh, literal years of this wrestling timeline, until we invited them to the show. And what a show they put on in a successful match against Walter. More than enough to bring them back. And they are more than happy to come here and test their mettle against another fearsome competitor in Samoa Joe. Bit of a standoff. Only momentary though. Nice snap suplex from Samoa Joe. Off the ropes he sends Bill Carr. Back elbow. Judas effect! No, just a back elbow. And a nice pump kick there. The methodical pace of Samoa Joe will break down his opponent until he sees a distinct advantage, and he will try to lock in that coquina clutch. Bill Carr, I believe that double-handed choke bomb is their finish. I'm going to call it the car wreck. I could be entirely wrong, but research is limited on Bill Carr.
5 minutes gone.
Alright, we just passed the 5-minute mark here. Neither competitor really establishing themselves distinctly as being in control of this match up to this point. Not unexpected in the early going, but sometimes it happens. As you see, Samoa Joe largely unfazed by the offense of Bill Carr. Just trying to stick with his game plan, regardless of how many times he's countered. Oh, big suplex coming up. Nicely muscles the big man Samoa Joe over. Does Bill Carr. Falls up with a vicious headbutt. Back to work on the head and neck again. Bill Carr trying to slow things down with that face lock. And a backbreaker now. Champion starting to roll. Get some offense together. Now sending challenger Joe outside the ring, where he appeals to the crowd and is content to just catch his breath for a moment. Missing with a big elbow in the corner as Joe rolls him over. One! Just a 1 count as we approach the 8-minute mark of this one. Bill Carr again. Oh, try to fold him over with that powerbomb. Samoa Joe able to counter. Trying to set up Bill Carr for something. Now we've seen this combo. Oh, I was going to say we've seen this combo before, but Samoa Joe opting not to run off the ropes. Again, going for that powerbomb as Carr unable to hit it. Samoa Joe not worn down quite enough. Off the ropes he's sent. Oh! A falling clothesline that time. Almost a version of an STO. He had swept the leg. Stiff elbow shot to the back of the head from Bill Carr to challenger Joe. Getting the arms clasped for that murder backdrop, but Joe rolls through. Bill Carr says this is it after that vicious body slam. Off the ropes he comes. Big senton splash. Oh, exploder suplex from Joe into the ropes. With a nice suplex from Carr, who I must say in the past couple of minutes, starting to pull ahead of Joe a little bit. As far as I can tell. Oh, unable to lock into the STF. Joe's going to try to tap Bill Carr out. Bill Carr having none of it, kicked him away. Back to the back now. Oh, and another running football tackle from Bill Carr. A second one puts Joe down, but Joe absorbs that and comes back up, and back to the back he goes. Bill Carr's finishing move is the Flying Dutchman. Well, thank you very much. In chat there. I believe that's the tag team finisher of Team Tremendous, but fair enough. Oh, Coquina clutch now from Joe! Nowhere for Bill Carr to go. He's got to find a way to break this on his own, and he does. Bill Carr now dragging Joe back in the center, signaling for something big here. Huge lariat puts Joe down. Oh, but again, Joe able to counter with that atomic drop. Just enough to be able to get his win back. Joe kind of surviving to this point. No way. Bill Carr off the ropes. Big man flying over the top. Joe absorbing that blow, though. Trying to slow Bill Carr's momentum with those knees in the midsection. Bill Carr feeling it, though. Laying into Joe with these punches. Punches and bunches. Oof. Oof. Guardrail senton combo from Samoa Joe. Time gone by, he'll be setting up for the ole ole kick in the corners, but oof. You see Bill Carr there, the champion, back to the middle of the ring. The title can only be won or lost inside the ring. Bill Carr very aware of that. Now he's able to hit that power bomb, a release this time. Oh, and Joe counters with an enziguri. Joe to his feet first. Carr with another powerbomb. No! Canadian Destroyer from Bill Carr. 1, 2. Joe kicks out. Bill Carr trying to set Joe up for his finishing maneuver. Apparently called the Flying Dutchman. I hope I know it when I see it. Whoa! Big splash off the top and too close to the ropes. Joe able to grab them. Oh no, here it is. Oh, he countered the chokeslam into an armbar. And that's it. Samoa Joe wins the Freelance Championship. What a counter. Bill Carr looking for that huge chokeslam that brought him victory last month. Samoa Joe has none of it. Counters it into a flying armbar. Wow. And we got a new Freelance Champion, which means we've seen the last of Bill Carr. We hardly knew ye. All right. Successfully grabbed the belts we needed. Now all we have to do is ship off the NXT Championship, and my conscience is clear. Let me just make a note of this. Oh, it's actually an empty spot on my list of champions because we didn't have a freelance champion technically before. S. Joe is your freelance champion. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Let me just cross out the note that I made that declares that we need to bring them in, as we no longer need to. Let's save again. The card rating slipped to a paltry 97%, but I think we're going to be okay. Ah, yes. What do we have going on here? Yeah, the team of Naomi and Willie Mack impressed last month, so we are going to just have some action in our tag division. Naomi and Willie Mack teaming up against The North, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, like the only really reals full-time tag team we have here in the GWA. Both teams looking to work their way up the ranks to contend against our new champions, Luchasaurus and Pete Dunne. Let's get down to the ring and see how this goes. Scritch, scritch. As always, the creature on feature, senior official here in the GWA, Mr. Bigfoot, as Naomi opens things up with a nice Joshi slam to Ethan Page. Center of the ring. See Josh Alexander on the apron there in the amateur wrestling headgear. Naomi in the green. Taking it from Willie Mack, who leaves in purple on the apron. Ethan Page content to keep things in their half of the ring, the North's half of the ring, that is. Up to this point, mind you, we were only 2 minutes in. Naomi thinking better of things. Now we see Willie Mack for the first time. And conversely, Josh Alexander tagged in on the side of the North. This is a 3/4 Impact match, I just realized. At least for as long as Ethan Page stays there. Slowly starting to work each of your opponents over. You find a lot of these tag matches will break down to 2 individual singles matches. As you see, they want to keep the matchup of Josh Alexander and Willie Mack together, conversely. And likewise, look for a quick tag to Naomi now that Ethan Page is in the matchup. See, both of these tag teams try to keep individual singles matches going. Whomever they think matches best with their tagged counterparts. See, as you now see, they're matching up Naomi and Ethan Page as we started the contest. Look for one or both of these teams to try to switch that strategy midway through to sort of give their team an advantage and sort of trading up how the flow of the match works. There's a lot of momentum and tempo being considered. There's a lot more psychology to a wrestling match than just the moves you do. Ethan Page and Naomi slugging it out there. Page getting the better of that exchange, but Naomi making him pay for it. Oof! Only momentarily, though. Quickly tagging out to Josh Alexander so they can hit this nice double team into a headlock. It's sitting face lock there from Josh Alexander, slowing things down. Willie Mack in to help his tag team partner long enough for Naomi to grab that advantage to hit a suplex. And then this nice kick combo into the drop kick from Naomi. Signature offense. She's starting to feel the glow now. She got that rear view, that feel the glow submission maneuver that she can apply at any time. Oh, Josh Alexander, I was going to say, has that. Rolling Hills is one of their signature bits of offense. So there it is, feel the glow!
Give up. Give up.
Ethan Page be able to save Josh Alexander from that predicament. Nice Saito suplex from Josh Alexander, who will be looking for that spinning tombstone. As a finish, Ethan Page using the spinning Dwayne, which is a rotating rock bottom of sorts. Willie Mack employs the stunner, as far as I'm aware. Has a variety of a few other moves, but primarily uses the stunner in their Impact reign for sure. You see a sidewalk slam out of Ethan Page here, content to keep things slow and steady. The pace of the North. Look for Naomi and Willie Mack to speed things up as we pass the 10-minute mark. Working the back is Ethan Page. Nice powerbomb there, more damage to the back. Telling Willie Mack to bring it. And so Willie Mack brings it with an Enziguri. And then a jumping suplex that sends Ethan Page to the floor. Here comes that tombstone from Josh Alexander. I think that counter kick made sure that it didn't quite hit perfectly. Nice work there from Naomi to save her partner. She is now the legal person in the matchup with Josh Alexander. Rear view from Naomi into the cover. 1. No, not even a 2 as Ethan Page is over to get the save in. Naomi telling Josh Alexander to bring it. And then felling with another kick to the midsection. And bulldogging him into her corner. Smart tag team strategy from Naomi, keeping her opponent in her half of the ring. Out to the floor he's set now. Naomi goes to cut off Ethan Page. Meanwhile, Willie Mack. Boom, there it is. The Chocolate Thunder Bomb. That's the finisher I was thinking of. Chocolate Thunder Bomb to Josh Alexander on the floor. Naomi on the losing end of things. In that exchange with Alexander, who drops her with that rolling elbow so that he can tag into Ethan Page. Another assisted powerbomb neckbreaker combo from the north. Another big powerbomb there from Page into the cover. Hooks the leg deep. 2. Willie Mack just able to get in there for the save. Josh Alexander unable to stop him. That was dangerously close, and Naomi knows it. Able to tag out to Willie Mack. Another enziguri combo. Mack dropping the elbow. Off the ropes he comes. Big shoulder tackle to the back. Sending Ethan Page face first. Spinning Dwayne! Spinning Dwayne out of Ethan Page out of nowhere. Wrong part of town though. Naomi able to break it up at 2. Reverse DDT by Willie Mack to Ethan Page. Eats a huge powerbomb though. Into the deep cover. 1, 2. Naomi again able to break it up. Getting closer and closer to a finish here. Page a little bit winded, tagging into Alexander, seeing what he can do with Willie Mack now. Bit of a ripcord into a nothing? I don't know what that was. Stunner from Willie Mack! Into the cover. 1, 2. No! Josh Alexander just kicks. Ethan Page had to tag up and wouldn't have been able to save him. Oh, double underhook pile driver and Willie Mack. Willie Mack jumps right back up into a tombstone and he's critical. Oh my God, what a combination, and Josh Alexander has knocked Willie Mack out. As he stands guard over the fallen body, Josh Alexander and Ethan Page of the North making a statement with that victory. Willie Mack, we hope they're okay. 95% on the TKO that time. Oh, Willie. Oh, Willie. I hope you're all right, buddy. All right, coming up next, the Stardom Junior Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Rey Mysterio, leader of Los Ricos, the rich, putting the belt on the line against the not that often seen Mark Andrews. Honestly, I could release them from their contract and I'd be okay. All right, Mark Andrews, Rey Mysterio. Let's see how this one goes. Oh, a bit of a classic look out of Rey Mysterio, and you see Mark Andrews wearing tights from earlier in their career as well. Certainly a distinctive look from both competitors here. Very much reminiscent of WCW Rey Mysterio. Long before all the tattoos. Often referred to. I bring it up every time he has a match. Rey Mysterio, considered by many to be the greatest counter wrestler in the history of the industry. Unfortunately for him, that means his opponents must bring the fight to him in order for him to be successful. He has attempted, with varying degrees of success, and mind you, he's a champion at the moment, to adapt his style in the GWA ring to be more of a competitor that brings the fight to his opponent. We'll see if he can continue that against Mark Andrews here, who I believe will be looking to hit a shooting star press. Rey Mysterio will be looking to hit the 619, followed by the West Coast Pop Springboard Splash pin combo, as well as a variety of roll-ups, counters, and head scissors takeovers, has Rey Mysterio. There's not a inch of the ring, there's not a position he can find himself where he can't figure out a way to Hurricane Rana you. Just test him. He's been doing it for, gosh, almost 25, 30 years now. Quick 2 count there on Mark Andrews. The plucky young challenger to Rey Mysterio and their Stardom Junior belt. Champion and challenger slugging it out now. Mark Andrews getting the best of that. Oh, and counters Rey Mysterio. Just a 1 count. As you saw him stuff Rey Mysterio on that victory roll. Smart strategy from Rey, going for the legs of his competitor, known for their springy action off the top of rope. Off the ropes he sends him. Oh, Luthez press from Mark Andrews there. Interesting. Tactic. Didn't follow it up with any punching or a pin attempt or anything, but shades of Jumbo Tsuruta out of Mark Andrews. Up top he goes. This is it. Moonsault. 2. Ray out at 2. Anytime Mark Andrews goes to the top rope could signal the end of the matchup. And Mysterio's got to be careful from there. Got to be careful in and around those turnbuckles. See, smartly dragging Mark Andrews back to the center of the ring. Mind you, Rey Mysterio himself sets up that 619 from the corner. Victory roll! Just a 2 count. Rey Mysterio master of the roll-up, and hear the appreciation from the crowd. Hurricane Run into a cover. 2! Andrews out again at 2. Oh, into a Fisherman Buster there. And a double stomp to the chest. Quick cover. Just a 2 there, forcing Rey Mysterio to exert maximum energy kicking out. Not hooking a leg is Mark Andrews. Up top goes Ray. Could be looking for that frog splash. Took too much time with it though. Shooting star to the back. Mark Andrews rolls him over. 1, 2. Ray out at 2. Clips Mark Andrews over once again with that head scissors and takes a bit of a breather, does Rey Mysterio. Mark Andrews not giving him a break at all. Off the ropes he goes. Spinning splash off the ropes. He saw him hook his hands around there to make sure he was properly angled. Smartly and safely done there by Mark Andrews. Maximum impact across the chest of Rey Mysterio. Hook kick now to the champion. Enziguri from the champion in response. Mark Andrews first to his feet though. You can see the enthusiasm and energy of the young challenger. I don't know what good that's going to do you rolling somebody up on the floor, Ray. Brain must be a little scrambled after all those shots to the head. Sending Andrews back inside now. Oh, diving clothesline there from Ray. Back up he goes for this frog splash. No, waiting for him to... into a Hurricane Rana cover. Too close to the ropes. That could have been it. Off the ropes. Poor timing there, and both men are down. Up at the same time. Ray sends Andrews to the floor, waiting for him to stand. Springboard splash to the outside. Must have been in response from what Andrews did earlier. Haven't seen that out of Ray in a long time. Andrews thinks this is it. No countouts or DQs on the floor. See what they have in mind out here. Oh, drop toed into the apron is Mark Andrews by Rey Mysterio. Responds by whipping Rey Mysterio into the guardrail a couple of times. Things are getting vicious out here. Oh, big Enziguri there. Back and forth this match is going. Kudo driver! Andrews rolls back inside. Content to wait in the middle of the ring for Rey Mysterio to collect their bearings and continue the fight. And fight they shall. Ray trying to fight his way to the center of the ring. Big drop kick. Rolling Andrews over. Off the ropes. Oh, arm whip, but Andrews rolls through. Enziguri by Ray in follow-up. Off the ropes again. Drop kick low. Dragging away from the ropes. What's he have in mind here? Snap, suplex from Andrews. Doesn't matter what he had in mind, because there's a shooting star press right into the cover. 2, 3! Mr. Bigfoot in perfect position to begin counting immediately. And Mark Andrews with that shooting star press has pinned Rey Mysterio and captured the Stardom Junior Championship. Hot diggity. Got ourselves a new Stardom Junior champ. Let me just adjust my notes accordingly. All right, Ray. And here I said, gee, I might fire Mark Andrews because they don't really do much. Well, I gave them the opportunity to do something, and look what they did. Heck of a match, too. Mark Andrews, our new Stardom Junior champ. Good stuff. Coming up next, singles competition of our heavyweight division. Roman Reigns, Doc Gallows. Nothing much to say other than that. Literally just filling the card. Filling that card with some heavyweight action. Roman Reigns will be looking to hit that spear. Doc Gallows will be looking to hit the Gallows pole. Gallows is one of those, much like their stablemate Penta El Cero M, is a wrestler that very much likes to go home between 10 and 15 minutes. So look for Roman Reigns to try to put Doc Gallows away before then, or perhaps weather the storm and come out on the other side of that time range. Doc Gallows will be doing everything in their power to hit all of their power moves on Roman Reigns, ending with that Gallows pole. Nice mountain bomb there from Roman. You'll see him whip his opponent off the ropes fairly often. He also will follow them up with Superman punch or oh, there it is, nice clothesline. Superman punch, clothesline, spear. Anything where Roman Reigns can build up a lot of momentum. He actually has a few variations of that spear. Standing off the ropes and out of the corner to the center of the ring, which is the rarest of the three that he employs, but I feel the most devastating. Mistimed things there. Might have been going for a spear early on. Off the ropes goes Gallows again. A Samoan drop this time. As we said, Roman Reigns will very often send his opponent off the ropes, has a lot of counter offense coming off those ropes, relies on their opponent's offense as well as their own to hit most of their finishing offense. So look for them to keep Doc Gallows mobile, which could serve to further wear down Doc Gallows in an effort to beat them before that coveted 10 to 15 minute mark. As we are now approaching 5. Doc Gallows starting to fight back a little bit. Suck and win, but able to drop Roman Reigns with a couple of sidewalk slams. Roman back up though. Back and forth they go. Oh, nice exploder into the ropes there by Roman Reigns to Doc Gallows. The big LG Doc Gallows. Don't question it. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, but the big, large Doc. Off the ropes is Roman sent. Not too shabby there. Just a hip toss. Doc Gallows just needed to do something to take Roman down so he can catch his win. Dodges a spear there, though, I saw. Big boot to the face of Roman. Too sweet, says Doc Gallows. Wow, a German suplex from the big man. Roman trying to reestablish himself quickly. Drops him with a DDT. He's got to get his win back. A second DDT. Oh, Gallows pole! 1, 2, no! Roman Reigns kicks out. Doc trying to wind things up early. Hits that Gallows pole at the 7.5 minute mark. Off the ropes he's sent. Spear to Doc Gallows into the cover. 1, 2, no! Gallows up after a spear. Take that, finishers. As we again are still sub 10 minutes. Center of the ring, Gallows pole! Got him! Just about 9 minutes even. Doc Gallows with the stunning upset victory of Roman Reigns. And look at him, he's exhausted. Took everything he had, but he did it. Yeah, you know, it's an okay match. That's what it needed to be. Interesting, interesting, interesting. A rare TV loss for Roman Reigns. Well, a rare singles loss as we creep toward the end of this card. All right, coming up next for the 6-person tag team championships, unofficially the stable championships here in the GWA. The champions representing Dragon Dojo, and I want to say that it is Daichi Hashimoto. It's Daniel Bryan, I'm pretty sure. It's Jonathan Gresham. And they are facing a Los Ricos team of Roosh, of Shane Taylor, and I'm pretty sure of Zeus. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. So let's get down to the ring and see what happens when these two stables clash. Daichi Hashimoto and Roosh starting things off, as you see Gresham and Bryan in their corner. Yep, and it seems Shane Taylor and Zeus are the partners. Just a 1-fall contest for the 6-person belts this time. Normally I do a 2 out of 3 falls, but in the interest of time, and the fact that I have a second stream scheduled for today, get through our matches as quickly as possible. Jonathan Gresham tagged in early here. Roosh making the quick switch to Zeus. Trying to play more of the power game against the submission specialist in Jonathan Gresham. As you see the first bit of offense by Zeus, sends Shane Taylor and Roosh off the apron to help out. There's now Daichi Hashimoto coming to lend a hand. Daniel Bryan content to wait on the apron, while the rest of this fight goes on the floor. Oh, now Daniel Bryan has seen enough. I guess 2 moves. Oh no, a nice tombstone there to Gresham. Things are breaking down in a hurry here. Double suplex to Daichi Hashimoto. Action fast and furious. You see a big burning lariat. And then a choke bomb from Shane Taylor. Too much action to call, quite frankly. Yeah, small package ought to do the trick on the floor. Assisted powerbomb to Daichi. It's like Los Ricos putting the hurt on Dragon Dojo at this point. No, here they are fighting back now. See that double enziguri to Zeus. I believe we need Gresham, and I couldn't tell you whom on the other side. Oh, looks like we've got it sorted out now. It's Zeus and Gresham. There we go. Gresham trying to fight his way back to his corner.
5 minutes.
Oof. Drop by that clothesline of Zeus. Oh, able to scoot out though. Get Daniel Bryan in the ring against Shane Taylor now. Taylor's going to be looking to hit that tailor-made over-the-shoulder pile driver. Daniel Bryan, of course, has the S-lock and that running knee strike. Off the ropes he goes. Boom! Big clothesline. Stuffs Daniel Bryan's offensive attempt there. Oh, small package. Middle of the ring. 1.5 from Mr. Bigfoot. Just sort of waiting for an upturn on offense here. As you can see, Shane Taylor able to fight their way free. Daichi Hashimoto on the side of the Dragon Dojo has been tagged in, and now we see Zeus in there for Los Ricos. Oh, nice. Huge jumping knee to the back of the head of Zeus. And Daichi on his way out of the ring, quickly tagging in Daniel Bryan there. Any damage to the head and neck, Daniel Bryan will be happy to exploit. All in effort to get that yes lock secured, or to hit that running knee, which he just did, but Zeus absorbs it. Not the wisest move by Daniel Bryan, throwing Zeus into his own corner there, but slapping on the yes lock in Los Ricos' corner. Again, not the smartest move, but kind of making a statement as Daniel Bryan. I don't know what sort of statement, as Zeus is able to escape. Tag Roosh back into the matchup. Victory roll here from Daniel Bryan, just nets a 1 count. The other Los Ricos members weren't concerned, remained on the apron. I thought Roosh was going to tag Zeus right back into the match. That's not to be, as we pass 11 minutes now in this 6-person tag team matchup. Belts are on the line. Champions Dragon Dojo, the team of Daniel Bryan, Daichi Hashimoto, and Jonathan Gresham are facing Los Ricos and their contingent of Roosh, who's just been dumped to the outside, Shane Taylor and Zeus, who are on the inside of the ring, and double powerbombing Daichi Hashimoto as we speak. Roosh, meanwhile, double underhook pile driver to Daniel Bryan, then a belly-to-belly. Man, Los Ricos firmly in control of this in a 2-on-1 or a 1-on-2 situation. Yeah, another double underhook pile driver to Daniel Bryan. Well, looks like Zeus went outside to help Los Ricos. Able to choke slam Jonathan Gresham here. Oh, big kick there to Shane Taylor from Daichi, who's waiting for him to stand. Shining Wizard out of the corner to Shane Taylor from Daichi Hashimoto. Meanwhile, outside the ring, Octopus hold on Zeus. Taylor made to Daichi in the center of the ring, meanwhile. Oh, this thing's breaking down. Oh, high angle slam there. But Daichi able to roll through and tag in Daniel Bryan. Roosh doesn't know he's legal. Drop kick to the mush. Oh, big headbutt from Roosh. Gives him the space he needs to tag in Shane Taylor, who is putting a hurting on Daichi Hashimoto in the middle of the ring in that last fracas. Rolled up though, small package! Out at 2. Second attempt. Roosh is there to break it up immediately. Trying to drag Daniel Bryan back to Los Ricos' corner. Almost made it all the way there. Nope, Daniel Bryan sends Shane Taylor right across the ring again. Dragon Dojo side, please. Oh, Taylor made to Daniel Bryan. Goes for the cover, but definitely the wrong side of the ring for Shane Taylor. Broken up at 1. Oh, and a snap suplex to Daniel Bryan there. Oh, Northern Lights. Too close to the ropes, though. Shane Taylor able to grab that bottom rope with his pinky toe. As we are cresting 20 minutes into this 6-person title matchup, Shane Taylor leveling Daniel Bryan with that huge clothesline, shambling over to get Zeus. You can see Shane Taylor very much winded. Double powerbomb to Daniel Bryan, but he's not the legal competitor. Gresham is. Zeus realizes that now. Back and forth they go. Gresham keeping him in the Dragon Dojo corner. Zeus leveling with that huge lariat. Zeus will be looking for that choke slam or the jackhammer. Victory roll from Gresham. Almost got him. Shane Taylor was unable to get over there in time. Zeus had to kick out on his own merit. Choke slam from Zeus. Into the cover. 1. Daniel Bryan there to break it up. Oh, a huge, huge clothesline from Taylor to Daniel Bryan. Zeus loved it, tagging Shane Taylor back into the matchup. Gresham fights off he and Zeus, though. Sidewalk slam, 20 minutes deep. Gresham and Taylor. Off the ropes goes Taylor. Drop toe sends him down. Off the ropes comes Gresham. Sliding elbow to the side of the head. Drops Shane Taylor once again. Gresham's trying to position him for this. The octopus, and that'll do it! Jonathan Gresham able to lock in the octopus holds at nearly the 21-minute mark on a worn-down Shane Taylor, and the Dragon Dojo successfully retains the 6-person belts. Ooh, an almost perfect matchup. What a good one. What a good one. Called Doc, because that was a good one. Okay, coming up next, we got some more fun championship illusions, as at a future show we are going to book the freelance junior champion Tony Storm against Solo Darling. So in preview of that, Solo Darling is teaming with her stable leader Bray Wyatt, representing the Camp Firefly, to face Tony Storm and her stable leader Finn Balor, representing Demon Club. So let's get straight down to the ring and see how this shakes out. 8 of 10 matches. Only 2 more to go after this. As I get out of the way, and as Mr. Bigfoot gets out of the way of these 2 athletes to do their thing. Oh, we see Finn Balor in full demon makeup for this one. Obviously taking this seriously in support of Toni Storm and her upcoming title defense against Solo Darling, the future show. And I feel like Bray Wyatt heard about the fact that Finn Balor was going to be in this match, and well, if their stable leader is going to be present, I might as well rep Camp Firefly myself. So here now, The Fiend and Solo Darling against Toni Storm and Finn Balor. Currently, Bray Wyatt and Toni Storm in the ring. Toni going to be looking to fight her way into the corner to get Finn into this thing, I'm sure. The newly crowned Freelance Junior Champion, defeating Andrew Everett, bringing the Freelance Junior title to the GWA. We are now in possession of both the heavyweight and junior freelance titles. Thank you to Samoa Joe earlier in their match against Bill Carr. Slugging it out back and forth are Bray and Finn. Bray wins it and then tags out immediately. Very interesting. Mind games being played by the Fiend there. The Demon Finn Balor. Nothing particularly demonic about him. Just a lot of fun body paint. And Solo tags back out to Bray Wyatt, back and forth. Quick tags from Camp Firefly. Finn Balor there, I think, was trying to duck underneath Bray, accidentally slipped out of the ring. Bit of cat and mouse now. Solo Darling getting involved. Immediately sent out. Hey, T. Smith 69, thank you very much for the follow. I very much appreciate that. Hope you're having a great day. Bray Wyatt's trying to make sure that Camp Firefly has a great day, and Toni Storm and Finn Balor do not. As you can see, Bray trying to fight their way to the other side of the ring. Not really wise to attempt a pinfall or submission when you're in your opponent's corner, because it can easily break it up. Mind you, with the effectiveness of that mandible claw almost instantly ending matches, Bray Wyatt may be able to apply it from anywhere. As you see a nice spear out of Solo Darling. She's set to challenge Toni Storm for the Freelance Junior Championship at a future show. Going to want to do everything she can to intimidate the champion, who hits her finisher there. Solo barely out at a 2.9, and Bray Wyatt was content to watch from the apron. Interesting. Kind of the attitude of Camp Firefly, especially of Bray Wyatt, is to just let things happen. Very laissez-faire from the leader of Camp Firefly. Solo Darling, though, able to survive that strong zero. Tag out. And we got fresh competitors once again, the leaders of their respective factions. Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor. Oh, back fist from Finn, making sure Bray is very much in the corner of this one. Into the shoulder thrust, back into a Boston Crab. Nice series of offense out of Finn Balor. All very targeted. All made a lot of logical sense there. Good for you. As we just crossed 10 minutes gone in this tag team contest. Finn Balor taking his time, working Bray Wyatt to the Demon Club side of the ring. Again, Bray Wyatt will be looking for that Sister Abigail, as in modified Uranagi, or that Mandible Claw to end the match. Finn Balor will be looking to hit that Coup de Grace or 1916. Solo Darling locks in a Sharp Stinger, that is a sort of modified Cloverleaf submission, and Toni Storm has that Strong Zero Tiger Driver variation. You see Solo now going to work on the Freelance Junior Champion, quickly tagging back out to Bray Wyatt. Back and forth, quick tags out of Camp Firefly. I think quicker than the Demon Club for sure, trying to keep their opponents on their toes and keep that matchup fresh. Back and forth they go again, slugging it out. Toni Storm thinks she's got the best of it, and she does, with a huge headbutt to that latex mask of the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Who knows what that thing is actually made of, though, or what it's padded with. Countering a bulldog there. Allows Storm to tag out to Finn Balor. The Fiend, in a superhuman ability to absorb punishment, let's say. Really takes a lot to put him down. Mind you, Will Ospreay was able to win the GWA title from them, but only a handful of losses in their entire GWA career has Bray Wyatt. Finn Balor looking to add one tonight. As they pair off, Storm and Wyatt on the floor, Darling and Balor in the ring. 1916 to Solo Darling. I saw that on the other side of the ring there. Meanwhile, all the way across the ring and on the floor, Bray Wyatt going to work on Toni Storm. Oh. Big gutbuster there to Darling as well. Darling trying to fight back now. Kicks to the midsection. Meanwhile on the floor, there's that modified Uranagi to Toni Storm. Finn Balor taking time to pose. Distracted Bray to get hit by a strong zero, and another 1916 to Solo Darling. Solo's in a lot of trouble. And soon to be legal in the matchup. Now champion and challenger in that future matchup coming up here. Toni Storm, freelance junior champ, legal against future challenger Solo Darling. Kudo driver from Toni Storm. Into the cover. 1, 2. Solo out again at 2.9, and Bray Wyatt for the second time in the matchup just watches from the apron. Stuffed brainbuster to Solo. Snap suplex, trying to get her bearings again. Off the rope she sent. Bit of mistiming there, and both ladies are down. Hook of the leg, but too close to the ropes there. Cover's got to be broken up. Head scissor off the ropes, but unfortunately, through Solo Darling right to Bray Wyatt so she can make the tag. Bray Wyatt now legal. Double powerbomb to Toni Storm. Mandible claw! And Camp Firefly's corner. Solo Darling running interference on Finn Balor. Toni Storm somehow able to escape. Props to Toni Storm, but she's immediately slammed again. Amazing resistance from the freelance junior champion Toni Storm to withstand that mandible claw and eventually work her way to tagging in Finn Balor. Finn keeping Bray in the Demon Club corner. Mandible claw to Finn! Tony able to break it up right away, otherwise that would have been curtains for Finn Balor and the Demon Club's chances in this one. Spiking Bray with a DDT, but he rolls through. Able to tag out to Solo Darling. Finn and Solo now. Double powerbomb to Finn on Bray's way out. Solo thinks it's time to celebrate with the crowd. Standing spear. A second one dropping Finn, but he rolls through that. Has to deal with the X Factor. La Magistral. 1, 2. Toni Storm breaks up because, again, Bray Wyatt just hanging out on the apron. Finn Balor had enough of Solo Darling for the moment. Tags out to Toni Storm. Solo misses a spear. Gets suplexed by Storm. Off the ropes she sent. Big boot to the face. Solo muscling her down to the Camp Firefly corner once more. Tags in Bray Wyatt. Another assisted powerbomb to Toni Storm here. Trying to slug it out with the Demon, or excuse me, the Fiend. Into the corner. Sister Abigail! Unable to follow up though. Oh, rake of the eyes to Toni Storm. Suplex slam from Bray Wyatt. Let him in, he says. Just waiting for that application of the mandible claw. Bray Wyatt seemingly toying with Toni Storm. That could come back to haunt him. She's able to clothesline him and sneak her way to the corner to tag Finn back in. 25 minutes gone in this one. Big clothesline in the corner. There's the mandible claw once again. Toni Storm breaks it up immediately. Stuffed brainbuster from Finn. Into the cover. 1, 2. No. Bray Wyatt out at 2. Kudo driver to Solo Darling. You can see her clutching her neck there. Another suplex from Finn. Back and forth they go with no end in sight. Oh, a huge headbutt off the ropes. Bray tags in Solo, but I don't think he saw her clutching her neck earlier. Finn's busted open. Out of the ring he's sent now. No disqualifications or countouts on the floor. Solo Darling's going to look to go to work and open him up even worse. Oh no, it might have been a feint to attack Toni Storm this whole time. Interesting tactic there. As we got to wait for Solo to return to the ring, Finn Balor is taking this precious time to get his wits about him. As you can see, the canvas slowly absorbing the blood of Finn Balor. It just makes the fighting stronger, does blood, here in the GWA. Big back elbow. Not able to finish things off, but that headbutt was further splitting Finn Balor open. He's got to get to the apron to tend to that wound. Oh, has to deal with the X Factor on the way out. Toni Storm knocks noggins with Solo Darling, but she's right back up. We're about to hit 30 minutes. Solo Darling's about to hit the canvas with her head, and she does with that Kudo driver. Wrong part of town now. Toni Storm may have erred there. Solo Darling's able to tag out. Bray Wyatt's back in.
30 minutes gone.
Modified Uranagi. Strong zero. Solo Darling, though, not going to wait on the apron. Breaks that pin attempt up at 1. Toni Storm working Bray Wyatt over to the corner of the Demon Club. Both competitors down. Toni's up first. Inverted cloverleaf attempt here. What is this unique submission? Finn Balor running interference.
Give up.
Bray Wyatt able to break free. Solo Darling retreating to the apron. Then Bray Wyatt gets dumped on his head with a Kudo driver. 2, 3. Toni Storm pins Bray Wyatt and then tells Solo Darling to kiss it. The two of them will meet later for Toni Storm's Freelance Junior Championship. What a message sent to the challenger by pinning her stable leader. Ooh. Dropping Solo Darling's boss, essentially, is what Toni Storm just did. What a message that sends ahead of their future title match. Speaking of title matches, we got 2 more to go. Starting with, you can see it there, Penta El Zero M is once again defending the NXT Championship, a championship we are trying to get back into the greater wrestling world at large and away from our promotion in general so that it can hopefully make its way back to NXT at some point in time. Well, it might have a long way to travel because in order to get there, we have flown in Kento Miyahara from All Japan Pro Wrestling in order to challenge Penta El Zero M and attempt to take that belt off of our hands, quite frankly. So let's get down to the ring and see if Kento Miyahara, current Triple Crown champion of All Japan in this wrestling universe, is able to get the job done against Penta El Zero M, representing Demon Club, who we just saw with a huge victory in that last match. And before that, Doc Gallows able to knock off Roman Reigns. A heck of a day for Demon Club to this point. Penta hoping to continue that trend and defend their NXT title. Kento Miyahara in from All Japan, looking to bring that gold back to Japan with him. Penta also one of those wrestlers that's here for a good time and not a long time. We'll be looking to wrap things up well before the 15-minute mark, usually around 10 to 12. Kento Miyahara employs a double arm trap German suplex as their finish, in which they lock both of your arms at your side to make it more difficult to kick out of that German with bridge. Also employs variations of a tiger suplex I've seen them use, and various knee strikes. Penta El Zero M, of course, using that Penta driver from a back grapple and that package pile driver to great effect. Back and forth they go. Still fairly early going here. Mind you, this is like halftime for a Penta. Still slowly building things. I think this is Kenta Miyahara's first appearance here in the GWA, so has to get used to the enormity of the GWA rings, and for used to performing in front of the very demanding GWA fan base, who demands only the best and brightest fighters compete in front of them. Hopefully fulfilling those obligations are the GWA bookers by trying to provide the best matchups possible. Kento, one of the stars of All Japan Pro Wrestling in really real life. I don't know if they're having quite the year that Pro Wrestling Noah is. They're just putting on banger after banger.
1, 2.
But I believe most Puroresu, or most Japanese wrestling, has been on a bit of an uptick, for sure.
1,
Package pile driver from Penta almost puts Kento Miyahara down, as I'm trying to praise how good Japanese wrestling is at the moment. One of their larger names, at least in terms of All Japan. Letting me down as they're spiked again with another package pile driver, but they roll right through it. Penta keeps that momentum rolling by just suplexing them afterward. And appealing to the crowd over and over again. Nice kick in the midsection to the chest there, but oh no. Sort of a seated Rings of Saturn from Penta El Zero M there. You see Kenta slowly rolling toward the ropes. Able to break the hold, eats a super kick though. This is all Penta. And we are now spilling to the outside, where Penta is more than happy to grab a chair. No DQs on the floor, no countouts either. Oh, Kenta Miyahara now suplexing Penta on that chair. And even the odds. Oh, angel swings out of Miyahara there. Nicely done. There it is. There's that double arm trap German suplex. Not as effective on the floor as it would be in the ring. But there's your first look at it. Penta, though, crests that wave. Keeps on rolling. Distracts Miyahara with a super kick. Miyahara tagging up for whatever reason. Sending Penta to the far side of the guardrail. Roll-ups don't count on the floor. Silly boy. And back in they go. Slugging it out, elbow for elbow. Super kick for super kick. Penta winning that argument. Into the cover, deep leg hook. 2 count, says referee, missed a Bigfoot. Nice rolling cradle. A rolling leg cradle out of Kenta Miyahara there, but unfortunately too close to the ropes. Another super kick into a cover. Got him. Got him. 1, 2, 3, 4, make a wish. Penta El Zero M successfully defends the NXT Championship, and I think we have a new title monster in the GWA, and his name is Penta El Zero M. Just enough to be on the favorable side. Just enough to be on the favorable side of things. 81%. All right. Ah, good. We've hit our final match of the evening. Oh, people have left. It used to be like 649 something something, but now it's 648 something something. That means people have left. That's funny. Okay. Your main event of the show, of the card, is our last match for today. Johnny Gargano, representing Dragon Dojo and defending their GWA Junior Championship, will be facing off against the Industries' Tyler Bate. Let's save this one more time. Oh, I thought the game froze. I would have been real mad. And let's get down to our final match of the day. Saw these two on opposite sides of a 6-person tag last month. Now we're finally get that one-on-one showdown for the belt. Back and forth goes Johnny Gargano, literally because Tyler Bate sent them back and forth across the ring there. Oh! Countering into the suplex. Both of these rather technically sound wrestlers have a very impressive ground game. Tyler Bate, though, will look more to a power move, an impact move, the Tyler driver to finish things off. Meanwhile, Johnny Gargano is going to be looking to lock on the Gargano escape, or to knock his opponents out with the seated praying super kick for Johnny Gargano. Let's see how this thing develops, though. Champion Gargano proudly defending here against challenger Tyler Bate. One of the oldest tenured roster members here in the GWA is Tyler Bate. The second hiring in our company's history after only Dragon Dojo leader Daniel Bryan. Tyler Bate thinks he is owed a lot more than he is, a lot more success than he has found in the GWA, let's say, based on tenure alone, and that's why he's hooked up with the industry. Those for the first 4 roster members in the GWA, full stop. The OGs of the GWA, as it were. As you see an airplane spin in the center of the ring, this is a submission move in the GWA. If you get too disoriented, you are very welcome to submit. Mind you, if you fight your way through free, there's no lasting effect. There's no spell of dizziness or anything like that, unfortunately. Off the ropes comes Gargano. Dropping Bate with that shoulder block. I thought he was going to do anything but a shoulder block, but there it was. Now sending Tyler Bate back to the floor. There are no countouts or disqualifications on the floor, and there's barely a bit of padding over that concrete. As you saw Johnny Gargano eat a Tyler driver there, and then retaliate with a Gargano escape in front of the commentary desk. I can tell you from here, it looks quite painful. And now an airplane spin on the floor. Nothing for Gargano to do but wait until Tyler Bate gets tired. Into a second Tyler. Oh no, butterfly suplex there. I thought he was going to follow it up with a Tyler driver. Didn't. Nothing wrong with that. Drop to the mat there with a complete shot. And I say mat as though there was a gym mat on the ground. Do another airplane spin. Tyler Bate getting his freaking flyer miles, and if you have to fly anywhere, please use Zan Travel, the official travel agency of GWA. And while you're traveling, why not look out for some monster gains? 450 splash! Almost pins Johnny Gargano. Could have been over just like that. Back out to the floor they spill. That divorce court single arm DDT is usually a precursor for the Gargano escape. Tyler Bate trying to shut his momentum off before he can get it locked on. Oh, there it is. There it is on the floor. Tyler Bate has no chance but to escape that hold, and escape he does. Nothing else would have broken that but his own work. And back to it goes Gargano, knowing the match can't even end on the floor. Just wearing the challenger down is Johnny Gargano.
10 minutes gone.
As we pass 10 minutes, most of which have been spent on the floor. Elbow for uppercut. Back and forth they go. Enziguri from Gargano. Drop kick from Tyler Bate. Into the corner he's sent. Oh, not enough time to do anything with Johnny Gargano. Tyler Bate trying to keep perspective on things here. Sending Gargano into the corner. Knees to the midsection, trying to wear the champion down. Never a bad strategy to take their win. Spinning senton there to the back. Again, trying to drive the air out of Johnny Gargano. Suplexes him over this time. Into another airplane spin. Mr. Bigfoot over to check on the champ. This is for reals a submission move. No. Tyler Bate gets tired. Into the corner again. Huge clothesline. Tyler driver out of the corner. 1, 2, 3. Got him. Tyler driver just like that. Tyler Bate not only survives the outside onslaught of Johnny Gargano, Not only survives, repeated. Gargano escapes on the floor. Hits the Tyler Driver 97 out of the corner. And we have ourselves a new GWA Junior Champion, by gum. What an exciting way to end our event. 92% overall satisfaction. Even better than our previous show. Okay, let me write this down. Hot diggity, Tyler Bate. Our new GWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. I have a couple places I need to update that information. Alright. Phooey. A phooey, I says. Alright. Tyler Bate. And Tyler Bate. Thrilling into our excitement for today. That's right, we got the freelance belt. Don't need to worry about that anymore. Still need to worry about bringing in people to take the NXT title, though. How many people did we pack in? Pretty good. Pretty good. There is no bigger venue. That's it. Oh, Cody Rhodes and Adam Page are the AEW Tag Team Champs. I don't know who that Hara is. Scorpio and... I don't know who that is. Naruki Doi and someone. I don't know who the Scorpio involved there would be. Scorpio Sky? Oh no. Stop putting belts on people when we lend them to you. That must be my Scorpio Sky. Is now a Dragon Gate Tag Team Champion. Alright. Nothing of note again. 2 months in a row. Okay, does anybody have any salary complaints? Star wrestler Robert joined WWE. Perfect. Keep hiring people. I love it. The network gave us an offer to broadcast our product. It starts when our current contract expires. Always nice to know where your next meal is coming from. Only 15? Must perform an event. It's only regional. No, I don't want that. Yota. We found Yota in Japan. We found MVP in America. Nice. They found Mike in America. That could be anybody. Oh, Bronson wants money. Okay, let's start making a list. Checking it twice. Bronson and Gargano. Bronson wants some. Johnny wants some for taking the loss in the main event, I'm sure. Penta and Finn again. Oh, Penta and Finn, they're stablemates. Penta versus Finn for the NXT title. Oh no. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's fun. Hang on 1 second. So, Woods is in Japan for 3 more months. Let me make a note of that. Penta versus Finn. That's going to bring the crowd in. Wow, that's crazy, and I don't understand why that works at all because they're literally in the same stable. It's like the game doesn't even consider anything like that, but that's okay. Yeah, Penta and Finn. Solve it in the ring, no problem. First, we're going to do these consultations. We need to talk to Bronson Reed. Hi there. There you go. Enjoy your raise. And Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano, who's already making 21 grand. You can make 28 instead. The trust was already at an S, but whatever. Save that. Check our merchandise. Cleared it out. Training center. Maybe I should start producing slightly more merchandise. Kaboom. Repair all of this. Yes, please. I always like to do my maintenance before I stop. Make sure I've done it. I don't particularly know why, because I tend to book the first show before the week's activity. Like, I tend to book the first week's card today and then look at it next week. But next week, our first show of the week is going to be Christmas Chaos, which is an entirely different thing, not in Fire Promoter. It's still using Fire Pro Wrestling World, but I got a very special holiday-themed hour or so of wrestles to come before we venture back to the GWA next week. So that's a bit of a teaser of things to come. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think I'm going to do Finn versus Penta for the NXT title. That's going to keep it in the family, but it's still the matchup they're after. And Will Ospreay versus Jack Howard for our GWA belt. Oh boy. Oh, I got to do some scouting stuff here. Wow. Okay, so Stoic and Freestyle from Japan and Europe. Let's do Freestyle, Japan, 12 months. Make offer. Showman, America. Sure. Wow, this didn't take long at all. This one, it just said anything. How about Kings Road, America, 12 months, make offer. Let's go. So I found a couple in America. Let me see if I can... Who do they hire? Robert Moore. The mean drunk, Robert Moore. I don't know who this is. Is this a real person? Okay, who did I find? In America, who did I find? I don't know where they essentially... Like, they're just going to be in here. There's somebody called Mike. Oh, MVP was one of them. Oh, it was Psycho Mike Rollins. There we go. MVP was one of them. Psycho Mike Rollins. And there was another one I can't quite remember. Ah, well. There's so many of them. I'm very curious what's going on. Who the heck is this? The mean drunk Robert Moore. Is that a real person? I don't think I know who they are if they are a real person. Brainbuster Lariat. That sounds cool, whatever that is. See, I need these rosters to be bigger. Come on, man. Big old shiny rosters. Yeah, like DDT's got at least 20 people. Let's get something going here. I'm not taking any more talent, I promise. Poor MLW. Running out of people. Okay. Oh yeah, Ember Moon was the other one. Did I just see them on the somewhere, I thought. Oh, jeepers. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? There it is, Ember Moon. That's pretty good. Oh, it does have the eclipse. I wonder if it's real. Okay, that's enough for now. We did our training center stuff. Yeah, we did that. We're out of merchandise. We didn't offer a contract or anything else, but we addressed the needs of our talent in terms of their salary concerns. Let me just delete that right there. Ugh, I think we've done it for the week. So let me bop over here and hit this fancify little button so I can tell everybody that that's going to be all for me for today, and I want to thank everyone for watching, no matter where when you happen to be. Wishing you all chill vibes and, for the moment, non-contact high fives. If you find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, easy for me to say, please share it if you can spare it. And don't forget about your old pal, the Silent G, Rad Gnarly, saying so long for now. I'm actually going to be back in about 90 minutes for our 5th night of holiday watch-alongs with It Happened One Christmas at 7 p.m. And then Friday afternoon at 2 p.m., we're going to go hang out in Azeroth for a few hours. All right, until then, TTFN, let's find somebody to hopefully spread some love to. Did this work? Is it going to work if I hold this down? My Streamlabs buttons aren't working like they should. All right, let's do it this way then. Boom! Let's get that up. Let's get this up. Thanks very much for hanging out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your time with me, and if not, nothing I can really do about it, I guess. Enjoy the rest of your day regardless, and we'll see you soon. Uh-oh. Come on, Stream Deck. Yeah, Stream Deck. Back to the main screen, Stream Deck. I gotta hit my exit button. Please. I beg of you. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Something's happening. Oh dear me. Stream Deck updated their software, and as with most updates, it broke more than it fixed. So, thank you 2020 for that last little kick up the behind. There we go. Now we can peace out.